yeah, being in the top 10 to top 5 right now, that's what you have to do. You know, I don't think you're going to reinvent this overnight and go from, you know, having a couple of bad races in the beginning to winning the next week. You know, you've got to build that confidence and build the team back up. And myself and Sam think we're doing a really good job of that right now.
All right, Brandon Jones, the highest qualified Joe Gibbs car in 7th, going for his 2nd Martinsville win tonight.
Thanks, Dylan. I'd love to know what that trick was that he knows about Martinsville that other drivers don't, but obviously he's coming into this with a ton of confidence.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great fucking day, because I sure am. Because you got NASCAR Xfinity racing. This is one of the must-see events. NASCAR Xfinity at Martinsville. You can't miss that, you know? That's why I didn't miss it. I made sure I took the time off to watch the game, to watch the race. You know?
And something I noticed in that interview was a more confident Brandon Jones, talking about the trick, talking about the things that he knows he can do better here.
But yeah, we got Xfinity Series from Martinsville. This is like the one Xfinity race that I'm more excited for than the Cup race. Because the Cup race here is, I mean, last year's fall race was pretty good. But even then, it wasn't like great. It was just good because of like the drama and shit.
I think he could have a great day today.
Yeah, a driver to definitely keep your eye out on today. We'll tell you some other things to look for too. But first, right along with local law enforcement and the CW's action-packed, unscripted series that gives viewers a raw, unfiltered look into police departments across the U.S. Police 24/7 this Thursday at 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. But let's go ahead and get into those weekend storylines. And listen, if you're looking for speed, look no further than the 21 team was the fastest in practice yesterday. And for the second week in a row, it's going to be an all-rookie front row. But this time, their teammates. We got Connor Zillich winning the pole. That's his first on an oval in his career. And then his teammate Carson Quaffle, he's going to be on the other side of him. The field also welcomes back Eric Almirola in his part-time schedule with JGR. He qualified 15th yesterday, but I don't know. I'd say he's pretty familiar with success on this track.
Here comes Eric Almirola. They bang at the exit of turn 2. Riley Herbst gets turned around. Caution down. Eric Almirola claims $100,000 and he will grab the grandfather clock. Yes, finally. Woo! Thank you, boys. Checker flag is out. Eric Almirola wins the Martinsville Speedway. I'm going for a championship. Yes.
Eric Almirola swept the Martinsville races last year, looking for a third straight. This is a place, though, where you have to put absolutely everything together. So what do you and the team have to overcome most here today to make that streak continue?
A little bit of everything. We showed up yesterday, and just for whatever reason, we were off. Don't really have a great explanation for it because the setup's practically the same. So, yeah, we just were off. It was not driving the way I needed it to, and it was slow. So I feel like we're battling from behind. I know everybody looks at us as the guy to beat, but yesterday I was like, man, I just hope we can run top 10 if we make the right adjustments. So hopefully we made the right adjustments. I know Seth and the engineers went back last night and looked over a lot of stuff, and they came up with a plan to change quite a bit of stuff on the race car for today. So, you know, the other thing is the conditions are very different. Last year, both races were pretty chilly, and the track didn't rubber up quite as much as it did yesterday in practice. So, not sure if that was throwing us off or what, but either way, it was a challenge yesterday. Qualifying's never been a strong suit of mine, so qualifying, you know, bad is not totally unusual, but 15th is probably a little worse than we thought. But I don't know. Hopefully this Toyota GR Supra will turn like I need it to and hold on to the rear tires, and we'll see if we can't come up with some magic.
Good luck.
Thanks.
But yeah, gonna be a good hell of a show today.
You got a lot of confidence there, but everyone else in the field has to be like, oh no, here comes Eric Almirola again.
I know. I wouldn't be too tricked, though, because the thing that Eric Almirola does so well, and we saw it in the Cup Series, and we've seen it in those Xfinity Series races when he won both of those, is he has an incredible ability to manage the tires and be fast over a very long run. If we get a long run today, keep an eye on the 19 car. I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, we'll certainly do that. We know these drivers are anxious to get in their cars. They're getting introduced to fans now. We got the green flag and the wild action at Martinsville coming up next on the CW.
You're on the road to a good financial future. But what if you could do better? With Credit Karma, you can see if there are better rates for loans and insurance, and see if you're maximizing your card rewards, so your money goes further. Intuit Credit Karma.
Bounty Mega Roll lasts longer, so you can tackle
applesauce and avocado, berries, butter, coffee cream, drippy fingers, deviled eggs, and empanadas, red and green, fettuccine, grits and gravy, even hummus, ice cream, jambalaya, jars of kimchi, lemonade, and cheesy noodles.
It has 4 rolls in one, so it lasts longer and feels like the roll never runs out.
Oh, nachos, oven, pumpkin guts, and pumpkin footprints, spotted bladder, sneezes, Taco Tuesday, upside down, protein, dildo, and waffle.
My win pick for today is Justin Allgaier. That's who I got winning.
Pick her up.
Let's just get a closer look.
How about everybody else? Who's everybody else got winning?
5 immersive worlds. One amazing theme park. Our universe will never be the same.
Oh, you gotta see this.
Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
This is a story about the one. The untrained eye may not see the one as extraordinary, but her goals aren't easy. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. She is extraordinary. Because for the one, maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need plus 1 million more. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ace's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at Ace. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
If you feel held back by the weight of financial decisions, we can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Tuesday, NXT on the CW is hotter than ever. With can't-miss championship action. Get ready for a fight. All new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
It's time for some short track racing, and experience can be a factor in a place like Martinsville, but several drivers getting their first taste of the short track today, and one is getting his first taste of the Xfinity Series, right, Dylan?
That's right, Carla. Corey Day is a name that is new to stock car racing, but very familiar to the dirt racing community. The second-generation sprint car ace from California is just 19 years old, but has already been winning for years on the nation's biggest stages. And now, after endorsements from Kyle Larson and Jeff Gordon, he's getting his shot at NASCAR. He'll make 10 starts in the Hendrick Motorsports 17 car this year. Crew Chief Adam Wall said this morning, he's already exceeded my expectations for the weekend by qualifying 8th. But Kim, the real test comes here in his first career Xfinity Series race.
Well, the last time the Xfinity Series raced at Martinsville, Sammy Smith finished runner-up. That was just one spot short of competing for a championship in Phoenix in a must-win situation. While the team was disappointed, it did give them a good notebook to work with this weekend. Crew Chief Phil Bell told me he was very happy with how they unloaded. He graded their practice a solid A. They're looking for redemption, Carla, and that Martinsville clock.
And as we get ready to start today's pre-race ceremonies, Golden Corral would like to take a moment to thank our nation's heroes. It's a privilege to serve.
No, it feels wrong to not be there.
It's time to head trackside for our pre-race ceremonies.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as a combined effort of the Virginia State and Martinsville Police, along with the Henry County and Martinsville Sheriff Office Joint Color Guard, presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach Chaplain, Billy Malden.
Heavenly Father, it is a great day here at Martinsville, and we're thank you for your presence in our lives. Bless everyone with a safe day, a great day of racing. Bless our nation and all those who defend and protect our freedom as we enjoy this sport we all love. May your peace surround and fill us all. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform the national anthem, please welcome from the President's own United States Marine Band, Master Gunnery Sergeant Kevin Benier.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
America! Welcome back, Jaden. It feels wrong not to be there. Yeah, that will happen the first few times you go to a race. You will get over it, though. Eventually, like next week, you'll probably just feel normal again. And nowadays, when I go to a race, it's just like the next week, it's like, yeah, I know I'm not going to be there, so I don't really feel that anymore, but I have felt that feeling. It will feel bad though, like Homestead next year, if you don't go to that race, like that will feel bad. Like when you actually watch them go to that track again and then you're not there. That always sucks.
To improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find.
But nowadays it's also like I low-key just like, yeah, I love going to races, but I also love streaming races. I obviously would prefer to go to a race, but there's a little part of me that when I'm at the race, I'm like, damn, I kind of wish I was streaming right now, like just a little bit.
And guaranteed to arrive on time. That's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow your clients,
but
your next event, or inspire your
so it's just like even then, it's like I just enjoy every race even more now than I did when I was a kid because I get to stream it, you know. I enjoy NASCAR like now more than I really ever have. When I was a kid.
Clean, moisturizing body wash isn't a myth, it's native.
To be the best, you have to race the best. This is Grand Slam Track. The biggest names in the game collide in a high-stakes battle to claim track supremacy. 4 cities, 4 slams, over 12 million on the line. The biggest stars, the fiercest rivalries. This is where legends are made, and only the fastest survive. Grand Slam Track, live from Kingston, next Saturday at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific.
Once upon a time, Goldilocks took out the Ram 2500 Rebel. Next, he tried the Ram Charger. Then finally, the Ram RHO. And they were all just right.
Right now, during Ram Truck Month, well-qualified current FCA lessees can lease the 2025 Ram 1500 for $349 a month. See your upstate New York Ram dealer today.
Stop wasting your time with impossible to clean messes.
Leave it to the pros.
I can't take it anymore.
Don't worry. We got you covered.
Thanks, National Maintenance Supply.
National Maintenance is now hiring. We offer services for commercial
Chester,
businesses and residential properties. Full and part-time positions with flexible hours are available in Fayetteville, Syracuse, and Auburn. Call today at 315-253-3017.
I work, live, and play in Central New York. I am an IBEW, Local 43, union electrician in training.
I challenge my mind and body while I learn as an IBEW apprentice.
It took years of training to reach my goal of playing professional hockey. It's training like this that makes me respect IBEW NECA union electrician. Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
It's a Saturday night short track that's all about fenders.
Damn, Jaden, I wanted to share that. I wanted to share those feelings with you, and now you aren't even in here anymore.
The green flag is in the air, and they're playing bumper cars already. Another car around in turn number 3 wide to the bottom. All the leaders in trouble.
But yeah, green flag is at 5:10, so about 10 minutes here. Oh, you are here. You listened. You were shitting.
It is a short track Saturday as the Xfinity Series takes on Martinsville Speedway, better known as the Paperclip, with a pair of rookies on the front row. Connor Zilic put down a fast lap yesterday, winning the pole. He's trying to defy the odds, though, because the pole sitter has failed to win in the last 24 months.
So Jesse Love is going to the rear.
Lindley told me he feels like
Jesse, go it out.
car that can drive through the rubber that was laid down, Dylan.
Ooh, Anna Ziata. Who the fuck is that?
This weekend. Sounds dangerous for a kid who entertained all of us at preseason media day with his quick wit and humor, but he has reason to feel that way. This is the first time he's coming back to a track he's raced the Xfinity car at previously. That confidence is shown each time he's been on the track this weekend. Second place ties his career best start, and that first win, Carla, feels as close as ever.
Thomas Annunziata is also going to the rear, along with Myatt Snyder, Cody Ware, or Carson Ware, whatever Ware is in the fucking race, and then Jeb Burton.
Say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome Director of Operations for the United States Marine Corps, Major General Jason L. Morris.
On behalf of Marines everywhere, drivers, start your engines!
Alright, it's time to go racing. 250 laps on deck for the Xfinity Series. Adam and Parker will welcome us back as they drop the...
You got Carson Kloppel winning. I have Justin Allgaier winning. That's my win pick for today. So, yes, green flag is at 5:10. It's a 250 lap race. Stage 1 is 60 laps. Stage 2 is also 60 laps, so it'll end at lap 120. And then the final 130 laps will be the final stage. Fuel run is 170 to 185 laps, so you will not have to pit under green at all today. But I'm imagining if that last run went green, which I doubt it will, but if it did, your tires would probably be hurting pretty bad by the end of that run. Sam, did you know the last Martinsville race was in 2006 before coming back in... What are you talking about?
Reaching your financial goals can feel...
Oh, you're talking about Xfinity. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the last Xfinity Martinsville race was in 2006 before coming back in 2020. I did know that.
So you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Yeah, Martinsville didn't... Xfinity didn't run at Martinsville for years.
You must be willing to walk away from anyone.
But phone on D&D, no one fucking bother me.
The Triple Option Podcast, presented by
by Wendy's. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Quick, name a place to get a great deal on a great vehicle. Western. March is your chance to save big at Western Chevrolet of East Syracuse with great financing and the low monthly payment you're looking for. Like right now, purchase a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 and get 2.9%.
Did they give the command yet? I totally wasn't paying attention.
Get $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in. Or
Engines are fired. Okay.
$2,000 more at West Herb.
You've heard me talking about the Stanley system and how it works. Just like the airbags in your car. You depend on them to work all the time, every time. No exceptions. It took us years and a small fortune to perfect the Stanley system, confirming certain sequences and adhering to an array of algorithms. When you're dealing with the big insurance company robots, it's the only way to win. And we do. The Stanley system, something you can rely on.
Come find your ride. We're making room for 2025 models with unbelievable deals on 2024 bikes. Get a free custom parts package with the purchase of any new 2024 Harley-Davidson touring model, or 0 down and 1.49% financing on select new 2024 Softail models. While supplies last, offer ends March 31st.
Go to Martinsville and get a hot dog.
Visit our website.
Dude, even if I was to go to Martinsville, let's be completely honest, I'm not getting a fucking hot dog there. Like, I would want one, but I'm not waiting in that line. Like, I would go all the way to Martinsville and would not get a hot dog.
Good afternoon from Martinsville Speedway in Southern Virginia. NASCAR's been racing here since the 1940s. Today marks the 44th time the Xfinity Series has competed on this half mile. CW Sports welcomes you into the Marine Corps.
Yeah, most tracks have moved to card only.
Celebrating 250 years of the United States Marine Corps. So good to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon with Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander. Jamie McMurray back with us next week.
We knocked him out, just like they're going to do today.
That's right.
More airtime for us.
There's going to be full contact at this racetrack today. It's a theme when you come to the paperclip.
It absolutely is, because when you take these big, heavy NASCAR 3 stock cars, you condense them to a half-mile paperclip. Contact is a movie. It is all but guaranteed, and it happens in a big way. We'll see it at the front of the field. We'll see it in the middle of the field. We'll see it at the back. It even leads to a bit of contact outside of the race cars. And it doesn't discriminate between teammates. You'll see teammates running into each other, which we've seen in years past. It is a full contact affair here, but it's fun for us to watch, and it puts on a heck of a show every time. You and I are teammates.
Yeah, the booth isn't at the track anymore. They also were in the studio last week, too.
Jamie comes back next week.
I think it's pretty fucking lame.
The Dash for Cash, 4 drivers going for that $100,000. Right, you got Justin Allgaier trying to make it $700,000 in career earnings.
Dale Jr. said that he wouldn't do broadcasting if he had to do it in a remote location, with the exception of 2020, because you didn't really have a choice.
Here yesterday, let's look at the starting lineup brought to you by the Marine Corps. It's an all-rookie front row for a second consecutive week. On the pole, Junior Motorsports cars up front, and on the pole is going to be Connor Zillage in the 88.
A very impressive lap by him. We've also got 2 of our Dash for Cash drivers, and Austin Hill in 3rd and Justin Allgaier in 6th. And Allgaier's going for 3 straight wins. And on page 2, we've got Eric Allroll, who swept both races here last season, trying to make it 3 in a row for him. And Sam Merrill, Sheldon Creed, the Haas Factory teammates, round out our Dash for Cash competitors, fighting for that $100,000 and a big amount of bragging rights.
I want to go back to 23rd in the starting order in qualifying yesterday, and that's going to be.
Yeah, it really does affect it, though. Like, it affects the broadcast when you're not there at the track.
That's the most all time. There's less than 10 drivers that even have 400 starts in their career. And coming from the back, a story that we'll follow today, no doubt, is Jeb Burton, a driver that's off to a great start in 2025, but unfortunately had some mechanical issues yesterday. Electrical problems with the 27. He didn't make a qualifying run. He is in row 19. Let's hear now some stories from our pit reporters before we put the green flag in the air. We start with Kim Kuhn. Hey there, Kim.
Hey, well, Taylor Gray starts in the 11th position, but in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, pit stall selection is based on the previous weekend's qualifying efforts, meaning Taylor Gray, last weekend's pole sitter, picked what is typically the most desirable box on pit lane, pit stall 1. Now, Martinsville Pit Road is an absolute headache, and there are advantages to this pit stall. You have a clean out. You need to ride the wall all the way around till you get to your pit stall. But despite the advantages that pit stall 1 might have, if you look at the trends here at Martinsville, Dylan, if you want to win this race, this might not be the box you want to be in.
That's right, Kim. For the last 5 Xfinity races here at Martinsville, the race winner has either come from pit stall 15 over there to the left or pit stall 13 over here to the right. Now, last fall, the race winner, Eric Almirola, was pitted in stall 15. That's Nick Sanchez today. But if you believe in the numerology trends, it's stall 13's chance to win today. That's Sheldon Creed, who, of course, has gone winless in 109.
This is a unpopular, maybe unpopular opinion. Maybe, I don't know. But when NBC does like the road course broadcasts and they do the like the radio style broadcasts, I fucking hate that. I genuinely hate that. Like, I think it's terrible. I wish you would just do like a normal broadcast.
Didn't like something he heard yesterday in qualifying, so let's check it out. After they do that, obviously you're a bit of an infraction, so you got to go to the back to start.
Yeah, once you jack it up, you're not allowed to do that, so they'll have to start at the rear. But good for him to have that confidence to say to his team, hey, let's check this out. Let's make sure there's nothing bigger there. I spoke to his crew chief, Danny Stockman, this morning. He was very confident in their long-run pace in that 2 car. So I think it'll just be a better show for us watching them come from the back.
No doubt. And this track is such an interesting place. And so I'm happy to introduce that our aero coverage will be brought to you today by the Lucas Oil helicopter. And you and I were just talking before we came on the air, Parker, about how unique it is. And when you look at it from high above, it really exaggerates.
I love that the track is so small that they have to stop during the pace laps just to get everybody lined up.
You can tell why we call it the paperclip. Back down to Dylan one more time.
I want to talk quickly, Adam, about Austin Hill, who qualified 3rd. I think that's his best qualifying effort here at Martinsville. He was really excited. And going back to a conversation he and crew chief Chad Haney and I had at Phoenix, he said our short track program at RCR is where we need the most work. If we can figure out why we struggle running in the rubber, we think we can contend everywhere. We've heard a lot of drivers talk about being good in the rubber, so they feel like they've gotten that figured out today. Austin was really happy with his car in practice yesterday. They like their chances today, starting 3rd.
Jeff Burton will start from the back after not qualifying. I talked with competition director for the team, Shane Whitbeck. They stayed here late yesterday, replaced everything electrical, including the ignition.
Got that strawberry vodka.
Short on one of the leads to the battery. They think that's what caused the issue, and there is no concern. They should be good for the race today. And Jeff told me when I talked to him right before he got in the car, he said, watch me pick through the field. Now, they will hope for a caution sometime during stage 1, so hopefully the field will flip it and they can gain track position.
Kim, you bring up a great point. Strategy going to be a big part of the equation today and could open the door for Jesse Love or Jeb Burton, those drivers starting in the back, to maybe flip the stage, take advantage of an early caution, get out of balance on strategy, and establish the all-important track.
100%. We'll see that all day. And it means taking some of the best cars and probably putting them in a ton of traffic at times. They're going to have to take care of those race cars. Another thing, these drivers have not been on the track since yesterday evening, basically 24 hours. And there's a ton of cup rubber down on this racetrack after their practice and qualifying. They're going to have a totally different feeling than what they had yesterday.
Track going to go through a lot of changes. It's going to be like 3 races in one today. 250 laps. Opening stage, 60 laps. Stage 2 is 60, and then we'll end it with a 130-lap run with the checkers. On the pole, Connor,
Alrighty.
first time he's doing it on an oval. He takes the inside lane to his right. Rookie teammate
And
Carson Quapple.
green flags in the air. We are racing from Martinsville.
Trucks last night, and it just seems to be the best place, but of course also plays defense when you're that leader, just protecting yourself.
Do they have lemon vodka? They might. I don't know. I didn't really look.
Inside the top 10, one of our Dash for Cash drivers.
I know they have like a citrus one.
25, Harrison Burton in that black and gray Ford. Best qualifier for the Ford camp yesterday.
It was an awesome qualifying run. He's really happy with that race car. And said they actually started in practice a little bit off, but then got it really good towards the end, and especially in qualifying. They continue this building of that momentum, that program. So you watch this battle for a second. And it's Carson Kvapil and Austin Hill. Carson Kvapil on the outside. He wants to get down that bottom. You're going to start to see it almost form up down there in a train. But they've got a bit of a gap to Justin Allgaier, so they have some time to run side by side right now.
What flavors have I had before? I've had the vanilla, which I hate. I've had just the regular, which like no flavor. I've had orange. I've had raspberry, and now strawberry. I don't know if I've had any others.
He wanted to make him work for it a little bit. He handed over.
He earned his money. The 8, another driver for Junior Motorsports, Sandy Smith, qualified in the top 10. He's riding 7th, and a great view here out the back. This is the Toyota onboard camera, William Sawalich.
What you'll see here is just how close we get to that curve at this racetrack. You're going to fight for it each and every time. You want to get that left front as close as you can to wrap that curve at times, but you don't want to touch it. It's basically 8 to 10 inches tall, and it completely disrupts that race car.
Look at our bumper, highlighted in green. Those drivers going for the dash for cash. And you also look at Zillage, who turned the hot lap early. He's got the purple stopwatch. That represents our Xfinity fastest lap. Of course, it'll change throughout the day. We would anticipate, but if you get the fastest lap of the day, that's worth a bonus point at the end of the afternoon.
Same there, it's flying. Here's Harry back there. A couple positions behind here, but breaking into the top 10 as he's trying to go around Corey Day here on the outside. We're already seeing that rubber laid down, but he wasn't that confident this race car maybe in the daytime. Was hoping later in the race.
So yeah, sunset at Martinsville is 7:39, and then last light is at 8:06. So there's a chance, I guess, that we see a night race.
In his last 5 starts, but also has had some
This race under the lights.
This year he's calmed down with the DNFs. Very consistent at the front. Second in practice yesterday, but so far Mayer's on the move. And we're riding on board with Daniel Dye, who's just outside of the 19 of Eric Almirola. Almirola's picked up a couple of spots early. Dye has dropped outside the top 10.
You see as he gets by him.
Yeah, Almirola started 15th up to 13th. Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, and Sheldon Creed are the Dash for Cash drivers. Austin Hill's in 3rd, Allgaier's in 5th, Sam Mayer's in 9th, and Sheldon Creed's in 17th.
Allow Ryan see through, and Sheldon Creed's thinking, I want to try to get my nose there and not let you back down. He's going to do that in turn 1.
It's just like a conveyor belt. If you get shoved on the outside, here they come funneling through. And sometimes you've got to get aggressive to get back in line. And right now, Sanchez hanging tough in that outside lane as Creed tries to work his way up from 17.
And it's such a fine balance when you're in that outside lane. As you see him now quickly slot in behind Sheldon. You want to sort of run as close on the door of that inside car as you can, but you also put yourself in an immense amount of risk that their exhaust could touch a tire and cut it down, that they can get into you. So you're trying to balance that risk versus reward and where you feel like you might get the momentum, and then sometimes it's just best to back it up, let that car through and slot in behind like Nick Sanchez did.
I'm happy as we go on board with William Sawalich, the Sound Gear onboard camera, because the last couple of weeks have been a struggle. Wrecked early at Las Vegas, really never had the opportunity to get going there. And then last week, absolutely fought that car all day long. He has experience here in the Xfinity Series. Came here last fall, has raced a truck here. We're seeing that experience show out as he's working over one of the best right here. Sammy Smith has been awesome at Martinsville.
It really is, and it shows to me as we go on this onboard and just listening there. He has great drive off in that car, and that was the trend in practice. With this rubber laying down, you're already starting to see it. The track's getting real black down in the concrete corners, and that's going to continue to lay down and cake up and get greasy, and all you're looking for is the ability to put that throttle down. And we saw so many cars sideways in practice struggling to do that, and his car looked really good right there.
Garrett Smithley driving the 14. This is an awesome perspective. We talk so much about brakes at this place. This shows you what it's all about.
It's glowing bright there, as you saw. Basically, that's just the... I think we lost the camera from that heat. That's quickly. That shows you how hot it is down in there. So those brakes up over 1,000 degrees and just baking as you run around this track. And when you run in traffic, it gets even hotter, so you try to manage that at times. It's amazing what these race cars go through in terms of heat at this racetrack, the immense amount of braking force you put into it.
Justin Allgaier feeling good early, racing up to the 4th position. Did I see some tire marks marks on the right side of the car of Austin Hill. You see that a lot at Martinsville, no doubt.
He did have a little bit of marks there, and I think that might have been from maybe him and Quapple side by side.
Well, the brake cam is, yeah, brake cam is sick.
Each other a little bit.
Yeah, they have had it for years.
All but assure you that will not be the last marks and the only marks on that 21 car by the end of this race.
I've always loved seeing at Martinsville the brake rotors glowing.
Into the straightaway was key for Zilich to get ahead of the curve and take the lead here at Martinsville.
Don't let a curve down there slow you down. Learn about treating Peyronie's disease at GetSomebody4PD.com. Don't miss your chance to race for the millions. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. Enter now to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million. The race for the million is on. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR. Home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this.
I honestly didn't see the brake cam that you guys were talking about. I was looking at my computer.
You win?
So I'll have to wait for them to show it again.
It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
There's a reason they don't call them clean bikes, am I right? Yeah. Because it's dirt bike.
Gas stations.
Whew. You gotta start at the top and work
A
your way
bajillion
down.
years ago.
You want me to do yours next?
Yeah, I hope they show the brake cam again that you guys are talking about, because I haven't.
The silence.
The bathroom code
I didn't. You say it's different. I didn't see it.
From becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Look at this hot rodder.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego.
I know they've had a brake cam, but
and with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's your phone. With Verizon, trade in any phone in any condition.
Whole flight info from notes, send to mom.
And get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with AI and a watch and tab all on us. That's up to $1,900 in value. Only on Verizon.
Closing on the halfway point stage 1 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series in Martinsville. You're watching the Marine Corps 250 on CW. Connor Zilich from the pole has been impressive and already working through a bunch of lap traffic. And behind him, teammates racing for position. Almirola good early, getting up to 8th as he goes by the rookie William Sawalich.
In our pre-race interview, he was not happy with that race car.
I think he lied to us.
You know what I said is I said I don't care what he says there. I know he'll be fast, especially as we get in the longer runs. It's just what he does so well here. He did it so well in Cup, and it showed up last year in the Xfinity Series. It's showing up right now. He's driving to the field.
I mean, Joe Gibbs Racing has been great since we started coming back to Martinsville in 2020. They won 6 of the 9, and we did the little
truck race was okay. I did not watch the truck race.
But look at Brandon Jones. He's won at this track under the Joe Gibbs Racing umbrella.
In the 90s, they had a brake cam.
Outside the top 5, but here he is 3rd and he
Oh,
is
wow.
all over
Oh, yeah,
that
this is a
one
different
car
brake cam.
We found him. He's looking really good in the last portion of the
Oh, yeah, no, there's a different, yeah, same brake cam.
Seems like he
That's
might
sick.
be looking to turn under that one a couple times as they're trying to work their way through traffic. But it's good to see Brandon Jones finding their footing again. The first 3 races this year was a tough start, but the last 3 an average finish of 5.3, really turning things around. And after a tough 2 years, really, for Brandon Jones, we've been looking for him. I think we're starting to see him finally.
You got to take advantage of the tracks where you run well. He's been great at Martinsville, also at Darlington, and he's trying to get second here away from Quapple. This is a great bag. I beg your pardon. That's not Quapple. He's having a hard time with Garrett Smithley. He gets around the line. Got excited. I was really excited for the 20. Let's get a report from Kim on Brandon Jones.
And you guys have kind of alluded to it. Brandon absolutely loves this place. And crew chief Sam McCauley told me you can really tell his energy, the energy he brings to the track, his approach to the weekend. And Sam pointed out that driver confidence is really half the battle. And Brandon absolutely has it here. They're looking for their 4th straight consecutive top 10.
There's nothing quite like confidence for a race car driver. It's amazing. You can go through a rough patch, but the second you start to feel a bit of that confidence and you get that, it's amazing what performance that creates. And speaking of confidence, this guy at the front, I don't know if there's anywhere he lacks confidence.
He's feeling it right now. And if not for some issues the last couple of weeks, he'd have even more success under
We're
his
past
belt.
halfway through the first stage.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission, to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
Autumn is confidence, clean and skid free. Drop your pants and show off your Dude Wipes clean undies.
Switch to Dude Wipes, the wet, flushable wipe that clears instead of smears. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down.
Hey, it's RV Harvey.
Guilty as charged.
Weekend in the RV?
How was the light?
RV! Catch any walleye?
This is getting out of hand. All I ever wanted was to be the cool boss with an RV and a fun nickname. Now I have to know where a walleye is.
Hey, all that matters is that you bundled your RV and boat with your home and auto insurance.
And got great savings and coverage. Sounds like an expert outdoorsman to me.
I kind of overdid it with the decor, didn't I? Way overboard.
Spring starts with savings.
What are you working on? I'm starting off with a clean slate.
Starting to love my yard again.
These work well in the sun.
Perfect.
Start your spring with early saving at the Home Depot.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can beat my copay. Who wouldn't like that?
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
I'm so cold.
Things are heating up.
Bring the heat with Blue Chew. Speak with a licensed medical provider at BlueChew.com to find out if Blue Chew is right for you.
It's made 24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 4 times the moisturizers of your old body wash.
Wow, and about half the ingredients.
Heavenly. Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth, it's native.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew? You? Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler?
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
Imagine if race cars had horns. You just honk your horn. Tell someone to get the fuck out of the way.
Xfinity Series is brought to you by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. Liberty Mutual. Only pay for what you need.
You wouldn't even be able to hear it, though.
And by Toyota. Let's go places. 16 laps to go. Stage 1, NASCAR Xfinity Series racing at Martinsville. Connor Zilic has been outstanding. He's already lapped his way up to 28. Next car you'll see, 27th place running Ryan Ellis. Among those he's put a lap down, Jeremy Clements, Jeb Burton, who had to start in the back. Jesse Love started in the back, has worked his way up to 23rd right now. He's hanging strong as far as a lead lap position at the end of this opening stage. But
Jesse, you look like the Loch Ness Monster.
From Harrison Burton,
has anyone ever told you that?
We have got a dogfight for stage points to end this thing.
And this has been the real action on the racetrack here. The last couple of laps, you had William Sawalich there in that 18 car, the orange and black car.
Has anyone ever told you that you look like the Loch Ness Monster?
He'd gotten by Sammy Smith here. He gives him a little bump. He moves Harrison Burton up the track a little bit. He did this multiple times over a couple laps, and Harrison actually found some speed in the outside groove, but then he wasn't able to get it done. This is Corey Day and Sammy Smith having a little bit of run into each other. That's a disagreement on who got to that port of the corner first. I mean, Corey happens.
Didn't I buy NASCAR 15 on Steam just in case if I ever get like a... I'm pretty sure I did. Just in case if I ever get a PC, that I could download it.
Unbelievable what he's done early. Qualified 8th, dropped back to 12, but as the run has continued, this is just good experience racing with some drivers that have been good over the years at Martinsville.
Oh, we just got a big moment there for William Sawalich riding on board with side by side with Christian Eckes.
I think it was like literally $1, so it was worth it.
Especially Sawalich and Corey Day there. In terms of when you get these traffic like this, you gotta, if you have positive momentum and forward momentum, you gotta use it quickly. William Sawalich, if he got by Harrison Burton, would have been in any part of this, but he got swallowed back up by not getting by him, and now he's gonna lose 3 or 4 positions stuck in the right into the door of Eckes, and they're all running that outside groove, which seems to be coming in as we see this rubber just laying down on the track.
Gonna be 10 to go in stage 1, and while there's been a lot of contact so far, things have been fairly clean on track, and now we focus on the battle for third. Justin Allgaier doing what he does here, just slowly, methodically working his way to the front. He didn't qualify bad. He qualified 6th, but he's doing a good job of taking care of his race car. And if he's this good now, I start thinking about as the track changes and how they will adjust. You got to anticipate we get in that final stage. He's going to be someone that we really have to keep our eye on.
And look how he just wrapped that curve and got to the bumper of Brandon Jones. That's the mark of an impressive race car. This late in the run, when the track is slick and greasy, as we go back on board the 18 here as he wars through traffic. Another moment for him. Eckes says, hey, bud, I've had enough of this. You're going to move out of the way, or I'm going to force you to. And he gave him the bumper in the CO. That's a pretty heavy shot. When you get shoved out of the concrete, and a little bit of actual wheel hop there as well, so he might have just overcooked the entry. We'll see that continuing today as you try to get in those brakes, but you're losing the tire, you're losing the grip level, and you're going to start trying to have to back up those brake zones a little bit.
Look at our bumper. Dash for Cash drivers highlighted in green. Austin Hill, the best qualifier of the bunch, is falling back behind. Austin Hill is falling back to 7th. Justin Allgaier up there in the 4th position. Sheldon Creed struggling, and so is Sam Mayer.
Oh, caution. Oh, man.
And there goes Day and Burton into the wall. We've got a caution.
Right.
Corey Day and Jeb Burton into the wall. Or was that Harrison Burton?
That moment he had with Eckes in the 3.
They just said Burton. That wasn't really... It was Harrison Burton.
Corey Day there got a bit of a shot, I believe, from
So caution is out for the first time today. It was a 19-minute, 18-second green flag run to start the race. That might end the stage. They don't look happy with each other.
Part-time, first career start, not racing for points. This is big for Harrison Burton, who finds himself in a playoff position right now. And I know we have a long way to go, but stage points are so big for a team like that. You fall out of a position to get stage points. You got damage. You lose the track position. definitely not happy.
No, not at all. But you know what? It's never over here unless that thing is terminal. And I'm looking at some of the damage. As long as the steering maybe is particularly straight, I definitely think he can fight back tonight.
We'll step aside. Your race leader, Connor Zillich, he's led them all so far.
I don't know if that's going to end the stage.
Still have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms after taking a medication like Humira or Remicade? Put them in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When symptoms try to take control, I got rapid relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When flares try to slow me down, I got lasting remission with Rinvoq. Check. And many were in remission, even at nearly 2 years.
And Rinvoq helped visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining. Check.
Rapid symptom relief, lasting remission.
And visibly reduced damage. Check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
With bugs, the struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo Traps. Zevo attracts and traps bugs 24/7 using a blue and UV light with no odor and no mess for effortless protection. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Did you bring it?
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty. Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
From imagination to the track to your driveway.
Wow.
You in?
What causes a curve down there? Peyronie's disease? There's somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
He's dominated the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series.
What a great time to be Justin Allgaier.
Next Saturday.
The race will not go back green before the end of the stage, so Connor Zillich is going to win stage 1. I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back for the start of the second stage.
Too tough to tame.
This racetrack is so difficult.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series. Next Saturday, live from Darlington at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific on the CW.
The wheeling caution lights are on. Wheeling, the official warning lights of NASCAR and America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. First caution of the day, Corey Day, Harrison Burton getting together. That will end our opening stage. Not going to be able to get it turned around and restart this thing. How about this Connor Zillich, who's won twice in his career from the pole, has led more laps today than he had ever led in a race in his career. Now part of that is the fact that we're at a short track and you knock them out pretty quick here. But a very, very impressive start for this rookie who continues to get it done at all different types of places. And this will be his first oval stage victory. And think about Chevrolet. 13 stages this year. Now as we complete stage 1 in our 7th race, Chevy has won 11 of the 13 stages.
They've really been on it, and I think a lot of that has been Junior Motorsports has been really good. But here we look back at what happened here. We brought out the cautions. You have Corey Day in the blue and white car. There he falls behind Harrison Burton, but gets that shot from Sammy Smith in just the most crucial part of the braking zone. And when that happens, he ends up overspeeding the braking zone. He's locking the rears, trying to get it slowed down after getting that shot. And that's the fine line you're on in these race cars here, is that you basically brake at the maximum place you can, and any shot like that is going to hurt you as we're on pit road.
Progressive pit road is open, Dylan.
Carson Waffle finishes second, and that stage said that he was snug in the center, and that was causing him to be laterally free on exit. Andrew Overstreet, the crew chief, will make an air pressure adjustment, 4 tires and fuel cam.
As you see at Connor's Village stage, one winner makes a stop at his box in that 88 car. He said it fired off really good, then started to get a tiny bit tight down through the rubber. Marty Lindley, the crew chief, has preached clean for stops and no mistakes on pit road. As we see Brandon Jones in that bright yellow Menards Toyota, he races off his pit stall. He can't roll through the rubber. They did make an air pressure adjustment to help on the long run. As we watch the race off Progressive Pit Road, coming up, we've got stage 2 from Martinsville Speedway.
Sometimes my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis gets in my way. But thanks to Skyrizi, I'm free to bare my skin. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And many people were 100% plaque-free. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
My name is Robert Sherman. I'm a correspondent for News Nation.
Do you think those fears are justified?
The perspectives of all Americans matter when it comes to the nationwide conversation. News Nation.
Yeah, that stage break was not long enough.
The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Weekday mornings at 6 on CW6.
Fine.
There's one law firm that effectively handles the most serious personal injury cases. The Porter Law Group. Securing over $500 million in compensation for the individuals and families they represent. Providing their clients with the answers and justice they deserve. The Porter Law Group. You only get one chance to hire the right law firm. The Porter Law Group. Don't settle for less.
Transform your home with Comfort Windows.
We should probably call this the house that Comfort built. They've done our siding, they've done sliders, windows,
Shut up.
and now our sunroof. Comfort truly has transformed our home. And
Chester,
it's
what's wrong?
Hi, Christian Tilley here. People think Comfort is just a window company, but that's just the beginning. We can help you transform your house into your dream home.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. Visit comfortwindows.com and schedule your free estimate today.
Quick, name a place to get a great deal on a great vehicle. Wester. March is your chance to save big at Wester Chevrolet of East Syracuse with great financing and the low monthly payment you're looking for. Like right now, purchase a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 and get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. And this month only at Wester, get $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in or lease turn-in. $2,000 more at Wester.
Welcome to Wester.
To be or not to be? That's the question.
You're being theatrical.
No, I'm not. What's the one thing you want your show to be? Helpful. And what's the one thing not to be?
Not to be seen as a know-it-all.
Well, your version of a show is titled Joe Knows.
And every week, thanks to my callers, I do know more.
So, the one thing you want your show to be?
Helpful.
Stanley Law.
All set, ready to go for stage 2. It's the Marine Corps 250 NASCAR Xfinity Series, Martinsville Speedway with Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander. Carla Metz is with us. Dylan Welsh, Kim Kuhn down in the pit lane. And now we do our Race Fit Health Report brought to you by Registry. The Focus, Jeff Burton in the 27. 5'10", 160, those are good numbers.
Good numbers. There's pretty good fitness, cardio, weight training, pre-workout Celsius. Have to get the sponsor there, of course.
Yes, the slider.
But I like the pre-race meal. That's what I was always a fan of. Chicken, rice, maybe some greens. Keep it real simple. Don't want to upset that stomach. We talk about that all the time. That's not a fun time in a race.
Yeah, I could have stayed out for another minute.
Kim?
Yeah,
Chester, go. Chester.
The left rear had
Go.
some significant wear. They told Sammy on the
Chester.
radio that
Hey.
it was blister, but if we show you the shot, Parker,
Go.
you talked about it almost looked like delamination. I'm not sure what you would categorize that as, but other teammates of that JRM group also had issues. Not the 88, but we are hearing teammates from other JRM teams had similar tire issues.
Interesting, Kim. Yeah, I think that's something we'll see.
Sam the type of dude to have an OnlyFans account.
Their own rubber down, not the cup rubber.
I don't know where you get that idea. But I would make an OnlyFans if you guys bought it. Well, if enough people would buy it.
A few took the wave around, including Jeb Burton, who had lost a lap. Blaine Perkins got Brandon Jones gets away, and here comes the 88 in that inside lane for second.
It's got to feel good for Brandon Jones to be back at the front of the
Turn green, come on.
Series. It's been a minute since 2022, basically. So he's seeing the front getting that clean air. We got 3 wide back here, Almirola on the inside of Quaffle. They all get through it.
Almirola was 6th on the restart. She said dive to the inside of Carson Quaffle. The 8 is there, Sammy Smith. Top 10 throughout the day has been dominated by Junior Motorsports and Joe Gibbs Racing. At one point in that opening stage, they owned 8 of the top 10 positions. And they got the fresh tires, you get the clean air, the track position is important. Fastest lap of the day now goes to Brandon Jones, who leads. And if you look at our bumper, you see the purple stopwatch next to his name. You also see those drivers highlighted in green. Allgaier leading in the chase for the Dash for Cash.
This is such an important time. I mean, they've been part of the Martinsville races. After all, he gets into the Christian Eckes there, gets super sideways. Now Daniel Dyson maybe look on the inside. That's going to be tight. Forces him up. He's able to get position, and Christian Eckes loses a ton of spots out there. That's so frustrating. But what I was going to say is this is such an important time. As he's going to choose to be 3 wide once again. You're trying to slot back down. Is that you want to get aggressive here. You can make up a lot of positions, but you can also hurt your race car, get overly damaged if there's an accordion effect, so you've got to be smart.
This is all right around the 10th position, so a lot on the line here. You don't want to get back in the beehive at Martinsville, and when you get shoved out, you run the risk of losing so many positions because it's so tight.
It really is, and for Christian Eckes there, it's just unfortunate how he got hit in the left rear, tire to tire. That forced the car completely out, so he couldn't get the power down, and when Dye was able to get his nose to being 3 wide, being the 3rd on the outside, there's just no grip out there. We saw how much rubber laid down. That also gets pushed to the outside with marbles and debris, even though they clean the racetrack there. Under the
Jaden, what the hell are you on about?
The same level of grip you have the bottom.
Like, talk about me having OnlyFans.
Make a move, and those Haas factory cars circling their way to the front. Sheldon Creed, who spent most of the opening stage outside the top 15, is 12. Sam Mayer, who had fallen outside the top 20, has worked his way back into the top 15.
Yeah, he had a pretty fast start. It seemed like on the short run was good, but then sort of fell off towards the end as Zilich has gotten to the bump here of Brandon Jones, and we got 3 wide once again. And Eckes involved.
Eckes trying to work his way back, driving to the inside of the 48. Nick Sanchez and Mayer said, you two mess around there, down there, I'll drive to the outside and pick up the position.
And you saw that move down to the inside, gets straight to the bottom the second he heard clear, wants to slot in and start wrapping that curve.
Sammy Smith in the 8 has been great here. Runner-up on a couple of different occasions, trying to get back in the top 5. Brandon Jones leading Connor Zilich right now.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
Bounty Mega Roll lasts longer, so you can tackle
applesauce and avocado, berries, butter, coffee cream, crispy fingers, deviled eggs, and empanadas, red and green.
Bounty Mega Roll lets you clean spills without running out.
And mommy's glass of sipping down.
Bounty, the quicker picker-up.
Salon Pass Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
He said me to. So I can take the steak home?
Yep.
As many butterfly shrimp as I want?
You got it.
Cake?
You can take home everything.
Those tongs?
Oh.
Ice cream machine? Dessert bar? That guy's hat?
We're gonna let that guy keep his hat, but want some more broccoli?
No thanks, I'm good.
You'll be back. Emu can't help people customize and save at Liberty Mutual.
And Doug. Well, I'll be. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Oh, got a car around. Caution. I don't know who that is. I hate them shiny numbers. It's so hard to. Well, sometimes I do. It's the 14. Who's that?
To present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
Cerakote revolutionized carpet with its #1 best-selling rapid ceramic paint seal. The unmatched gloss, slickness, and shine that you love now comes with an industry-leading 50-wash guarantee.
Introducing Cerakote's next-generation paint sealer, Rapid Ceramic Platinum. Just spray it on and lightly bump it to get incredible shine and professional results that will help your car stay cleaner longer. Look at the difference. With over 60,000 five-star reviews, you can trust Cerakote. Buy today for under $20.
Welcome to the Proving Ground. Welcome to fist bumping.
So that was an almost 5-minute green flag run right there.
Metal crunching. The big hits right there. It's all or nothing. For 26 weeks of the year.
The wait is finally over.
Welcome to the Nascar Xfinity Series. Only on the CW.
Lights are on. Wheeling, the official warning lights of NASCAR, and America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. Second caution of the day, and it's going to bring our race leader down pit road. The spin happened right in front of Brandon Jones. Here he is, Kim.
Yeah, and it's actually for damage fixing. You're going to see that left rear flared out just a little bit. The team's going to go to work on that, make sure there's no tire issue, make sure that tire actually has clearance. Tough break for a guy who was in the lead and was hoping for a really good day at a track that he loves.
I don't know if we cursed him or what, just talking so highly about him, and that's you see the damage to the right front there for Zilich. That's major damage, but probably get away with that a little better. Here's Garrett Smithley spinning off for turn 4, and what you're going to see is the two leaders coming around, and they just, as Brandon Jones sees it, Connor Zilich can't because he has Brandon Jones in front of him. Brandon checks up, and he runs in the back of him. It looked like it popped out pretty well in the rear in terms of the damage for Brandon Jones. For Zilich, the thing that does is it just takes away the integrity of that front end, the right front. You've got to be a little bit more careful as you go through this race.
You know, Garrett Smithley needed a caution because he had taken the waiver when the caution came out of the interstate one. He didn't want to be the caution, though. Because the yellow comes out, it does benefit some of those drivers that had done the waiver round. Among them, Jeff Burton, who started in the rear. Also, Jeremy Clements had taken the waiver round. Free pass here goes to the 99 back to Benedetto. New leader, Connor Zilich. Let's get some 88 radio.
It's a big game, but it's not like back to the tires.
And so after he sustained that damage, Richie Madison to move the wheel back and forth. You saw him squirting just to make sure that that fender's not on the tire. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's no
bullshit.
To keep him out. I see Marty Lindley there on the left side of the screen. He did remind his driver to use the right front.
I don't think he almost broke character. I think he did break character.
Right, Kim, and that's a great point. It's just that you remove that integrity of the front end, so you kind of use your mulligan in terms of using the bumper here.
Chester.
Right now you see the 14 spun one more time, and now you're just going to see the 88 just gets right into the back of the 20. And like he said, he was basically at his bumper for the last couple of laps. He was bumping Brandon Jones in the center of the corner and really was getting close to making that pass.
Just
there
go
was
down.
no way he could have reacted because he couldn't see that car was spun out.
I know lap traffic is a thing here, and sometimes you need to move a lap car to get around, but as long as you're leading, I mean, you don't have to worry about moving anybody out of the way, right?
Believe you're safe nowhere at Martinsville.
Zilich leading Taylor Gray, Allgaier, Alma Almirola, Sammy Smith, the top 5. Next Saturday, it's the premiere of Grand Slam Track from Kingston, Jamaica. The top names in the game collide in a high-stakes battle with over $12 million on the line. Catch the biggest stars and the fiercest rivalries all on one track. This is where legends are made. Grand Slam Track from Kingston, Jamaica. It's next Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on the CW. Looking at the rest of the top 10, Austin Hill been somewhat quiet after qualifying in the top 5. He's 7th. Ryan Seek's having a good day. You know, this has not been one of his better tracks when you look at the stat line, but he's in the top 10. William Sawalha just kind of been a yo-yo, but the rookie is settled in 9th. And Daniel Dye.
All right, going to go back green with 33 laps to go in the stage.
In the 10th position.
I'm telling you one thing.
You want to be aggressive. You want to get a lot on these restarts, but you got to be smart. We now see some of the leaders have some damage, right? You've got to be evaluate that risk versus reward every time you're on a restart here, because contact can happen so quickly.
No, they're rolling. They're waving off the restart.
We go green.
Pace car, I think, was already off.
Taylor Gray having a great afternoon so far, Kim.
Yeah, Toyota driver update, currently in the 3rd position, and that was the goal. Crew Chief Jason Ratcliffe told me the goal is to get in the top 5 and stay
Remember that Martinsville 2016 fall race where they waved off the restart after the pace car already left, went to pit road, and then they were under caution for 20 more fucking laps. It was ridiculous.
In the Nascar Xfinity Series with 57, he also spent some time in the Cup Series, is still lacking a grandfather clock.
And Joe Gibbs Racing, more short track wins than any other team all time in the Xfinity Series. 40 times they've been to victory lane.
Back green.
Chevys in the front row. Zilich and Allgaier. Green again as we're midway through stage 2.
Another good start by Zilich, but Justin Allgaier was able to roll around to the outside here. They'll now battle side by side. Taylor Gray looking the inside.
Just a peek. He's not going to go down there, but he was thinking about it. 54, strong early. And Allgaier is hanging tough in that outside lane.
This is great experience for Zilich. You know, he led early on the race, got up to a big lead, then had to try and work his way around Brandon Jones, and now racing side by side with a veteran like Justin Allgaier, who's making that outside work. That can last for a couple laps, but eventually he's going to want to get back down.
Got to look for the right time. Right now, he's not thinking about getting down behind his teammate. He wants to go around him. Meanwhile, Taylor Gray putting on pressure. Sammy Smith is there. Eric Almirola, Austin Hill. Tight battles at the front.
And that might have been the chance that Justin needed as Zilich got a little bit sideways. Justin clears him. He's going to take the lead from the outside. That's an impressive move.
He just sailed it in there and is able to pull it down. Allgaier into the lead and back behind these drivers just outside the top 10. Look at this, 3 wide in the corner.
Oh boy, Christian Eckes once again in that 3rd group getting the left side beat up. Gets forced out once again, loses a ton of positions. He keeps finding himself out there.
Dean Thompson, 26, another rookie driver who's been strong lately. Been pretty good so far this weekend in Martinsville. 42 is Eric Almirola. He was great here last fall. Brennan Poole in the 44 having a good season and has been impressive here at Martinsville as well.
Yeah, Anthony Alfredo is someone always to watch to get an outsized result out of equipment that sometimes doesn't have the pace. He just finds a way to grind out these races, especially at Martinsville. On the long run is really good at making those tires last.
This is a dash for cash race, and he won the money last year driving for our motorsports teammates. Running for the cash today, the 00 is Sheldon Creed. You got the 41 of Sam Mayer, and they had contact.
Some aggressive racing.
Oh, Sam Mayer's got a tire up.
On Sam Mayer. They're going to have to evaluate that. And Zilich gets back by Justin Allgaier to retake the lead.
So impressed with the 88 of Connor Zilich, because you said it. You dominate the opening stage, but then you lose the top spot on pit road.
Sam Mayer's got some trouble right now. And around goes the 26.
And he is. And here's Dean Thompson going around.
Dean Thompson's around.
The caution for the 3rd time today.
So it was about a minute and 17-second green flag run there.
Not surprised we saw a spin, though, with the gaggle of cars we had 3 wide, all backed up together.
We haven't hit the final stage, and already I feel the aggression meter is being turned up just a little bit. Connor Zilich back on point. Allgaier, Gray, Almirola, Sammy, Smith, the top 5. Here's the reason.
So Dean Thompson spins to bring out the caution.
Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams. 2311, owned by these two, but this guy actually races for his team. And they both share the track with the team owned by this guy. 3 teams, 4 legends, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed.
Liberty Mutual, she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Liberty. Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the Four
Probably know a guy named
Parks of
Jack.
Universal
Oh, I'm not
Orlando
doing that
Resort.
fucking shit, Jaden.
Ace's new
Nah. You almost got me. You fucking almost got me. But you didn't fucking get me.
Because
Alright?
when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at Ace.
And Jaden, you are not my tribal chief, okay?
Guaranteed. From our store to
Let's
your
make that
front
very
door.
clear.
With service so good, it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This is the story of the one. The one knows that when the big game is days away, the unexpected can put everything on the line. But with a solid game plan and a teammate like Granger that she can rely on to deliver the product she needs when she needs it, she's confident that she will always win the day. And her team will do the same. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business.
Jaden, if anything, you're fucking Kurt Angle when he was trying to do that one like fucking joke and then kept sounding like a creep.
This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
That's what you are. You're fucking Kurt Angle as a creep.
So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get is Gillette Labs.
Welcome to the Proving Ground. Welcome to fist bumping, cylinder thumping, metal crunching. Big hits right there. It's all or nothing for 26 weeks of the year.
The wait is finally over.
Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only on the CW.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. And by the United States Marine Corps. Join us in celebrating 250 years of the feud. Sam Hart was Mr. Martinsville in the early 80s, 1982, 83, won here 5 times. He's the all-time wins leader from one 0-0 to another. Caution comes out here just over 20 to go in the stage. It's the first really big strategy play. Sheldon Creed among those that elected to come down and get service here, which means when you end this stage and everybody else comes, this group will stay out.
Yeah, it's sort of a split decision. We knew that just because where they pitted here, where the caution was out, you can't really make it to the end, this stage 3, so all these teams that are going to flip this stage electing to bet on the fact that we will have cautions. I think from what we've seen early on, that's a good bet to have right now. But definitely, split decisions here between some that are going to go for stage points and some that want to take the track position. So we look at another look back at the Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, and Nick Sanchez, who get off this corner 3 wide, get into each other, and the 2 teammates get together. Sam Mayer got the worst of that, having to try and work on that left front and get the clearance for the left front tire.
You mentioned the drivers that pitted, a few of them anyway. Allgaier wins the race off pit road. 17 drivers stay out. So that group that came down the pit lane is going to restart outside the top 15. Ryan Sieg did get a penalty in that cycle, so he's going to have even more track position to make up. And the 41 was speeding. I'm not sure how significant that is. They were doing the damage back here. They didn't have
All right.
much in the way of track position.
Back green.
On those older tires up front.
Got 18 to go in the third, 19 to go on the stage.
Is Austin Hill.
Another good restart by Zilis there on the bottom. Seems to really cleared the 21 of Austin Hill. Didn't have the same situation where Justin Allgaier was able to get to the outside this time, and now he's set sail in the lead.
Already down to 19 laps to go in our second stage.
Still out there, Dorn. Still out.
And for some of these cars here that elected not to pit on some older tires, exactly what has happened is what they wanted to happen. Oh, Chantel Frater and Josh Williams door each other down the backstretch. And that is to get single file and start to just start managing your laps, trying to get to the end of the stage and hold on to these stage points, knowing you have all those cars that pitted, they're on new tires, and they'll be flipping the stage, but you just don't want to get...
I have a controversial thought that I'll say right now. Everybody, like, makes this huge thing about how Jesus died for your sins. And, like, how you should have the ultimate respect for Jesus because he died for your sins. But the thing is, like, the dude only died for, like, 2 days. He came back, like, fucking 2 days later. So, like, how big of a sacrifice could it really have been? He died for your sins, but was fine, perfectly fine 2 days later. Like, he didn't really do all that much. He, like, literally got away with it. Didn't learn anything. It's like when a pedophile goes to, like, when they get, like, 6 months of probation, you know?
And here we see Eric Almirola on the bottom. Harrison Burton up there. Jeremy Clements sideways in the exit 4. More contact.
This is our Celsius onboard camera. What a day for Jeb Burton. You start in the back after the electrical issues yesterday. Lose a lap. Take a wave around, get the caution you need, and now he's riding just outside the top 15, actually in the 15th position, driving the 27 for Jordan Anderson.
It's a good comeback. I talked to him this morning, just asked about what was happening there, and he said the electrical issue was something they think they fixed by basically changing everything inside that race car electrically. It felt like he had a good race car that could compete in the top 10 if we could get some long runs, so he's really hoping for a long run in stage 2.
Reminder, all these drivers in the top 10 are going to have to make a pit stop at the end of the stage, but they are doing a good job right now of finding their way into a stage point position. Saw drivers racing for a spot there. 8 is Sammy Smith, the 2 is Jesse Love. He had to come from the back, did Love, but he employed that strategy of pit to flip the stage, and as it stands right now, he's 3rd or 4th in line of those drivers that pitted. He could really turn his day around with his strategy call.
Absolutely, but he's been in that outside lane. Just needs to be smart here. Justin Allgaier trying to get to the inside of Jeb Burton. You just don't want to put yourself in a bad position at this time. You're trying to be, like we talked about, Almirola might get to the stage points as he's just gotten to 10th. But if you're sitting in Jesse Love's position, you're just trying to put yourself in a net gain of restarting higher than you were. And if he's able to stay around this area, he would do that restarting close to the top 5.
And you can see it here. You talk about Almirola. He's the best of those drivers that pitted 14 laps ago, has now worked his way up to the 9th position. Allgaier had that spot, won the race off pit road, 3 wide here. This typically does not end well. 0 is Creed, 2 Jesse Love. Outside of them was the 25 of Harrison Burton.
Harrison made the right move there to sort of let them get beneath him. He sort of backed off, didn't try to hold that 3rd lane and slot in behind, trying to just lose the least amount of time as possible.
Down to 7 laps to go on the stage. Burton on those older tires, trapped in that outside lane. Burton's not on real old tires. He pitted at lap 83 the last time he came down pit road.
Williams Walsh really moving forward. He's been really good on the bottom and getting up off the bottom of the racetrack there. In the bottom groove, and just has great drive off. We saw this earlier in the first stage. We're seeing it again here late in stage 2.
Yeah, Anthony Alfredo had made a pit stop. He was running in the 7th position. He had stayed out on that last cycle, but they feel like there's an issue there. Look at Josh Williams in the 6th position. He's not going to stay there long. He's going to lose the track position when they have to make a pit stop at the end of the stage, but he's having another good day, finding his way to the front. Stage points will be good for them. 5 to go, stage 2.
And just good to see him back in a race car all weekend long after battling that pneumonia and having to be out of the race car. And then last week, not practice qualifying, but getting the race and having a good run there. He's in a good position in the points, and now this is definitely going to help if they can stay there in the top 10.
Oh yeah, Jane, I don't know if you saw my text, because I know you were like, all last week, like I would send a text, but you probably wouldn't see it because you were like too busy sending pictures, which I don't blame you, you know, I would do the same. But I did tell you that Josh Williams was in the race. He was not in the car for practice and qualifying, but he actually was in the race.
This heat today that we've seen and the way the rubber's laying down, tires definitely matter. We're seeing that with what Allgaier and Allgaier are able to do here driving through the field.
2 to go for Zilich. 31 Blaine Perkins slides up the racetrack, opens the door for Allgaier to come through.
This is a really frustrating position to be in for Austin Hill as you start to really fall back in a lot of those new tires. You did this to try and get some stage points.
All right, coming to the final lap of the stage.
If you don't end up in the top 10 and you're falling back into the clutches of cars that all have better grip.
Almirola trying to pick off another one. He'll be the man in charge. As long as they do stay out at the end of the stage. Final lap, stage 2. Connor Zilich.
All right, so Connor Zilich is going to come around, and he is going to win stage 2, so he's going to sweep both the stages.
Stage 2 delivers again for the 88, the rookie with a sweep in the first 2 stages here at Martinsville. Right behind him is rookie teammate Quapple Sawalish up there.
All right, so that was about a 6-minute or 7-minute green flag run there. I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back for the start of the final
When my
stage.
doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Biberty. Biberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease or somebody I can talk to or help?
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
Fox UFL Friday lights up prime time with the reigning champs. This is what makes it exciting as the Birmingham Stallions take on the Michigan Panthers. Touchdown! Fox UFL Friday kicks off at 8 Eastern.
Quick, name a place to get a great deal on a great vehicle. Western. March is your chance to save big at Western Chevrolet of East Syracuse with great financing and the low monthly payment you're looking for. Like right now, purchase a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 and get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. And this month only at Western, get $2,000 more than Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-in or lease turn-in. $2,000 more at Western.
Welcome to
There's one law firm that effectively handles the most serious personal injury cases. The Porter Law Group. Securing over $500 million in compensation for the individuals and families they represent. Providing their clients with the answers and justice they deserve. The Porter Law Group. You only get one chance to hire the right law firm. The Porter Law Group. Don't settle for less.
Finding a quality roofer can be tough.
I'm tough and a little invasive.
I'll beat any price.
But get out. How did you get in here? Dog door.
We don't have a dog.
I do. What?
Stellar Roofing's professional staff and industry-leading warranty guarantee your investment for decades to come.
Ryan Phelps has grown his car dealerships by helping thousands of customers regardless of credit history. Ryan Phelps Auto has 21 lenders for good credit, bad credit, and really bad credit with over 200 vehicles available and a buy here, pay here option.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean that you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Good credit, bad credit with A+ reputation. Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why everyone's buying from Ryan.
Aerial coverage today in Martinsville, brought to you by the Lucas Oil Helicopter. That's a good look at what this half-mile layout is all about. And now our Race Fit Health Report, brought to you by Brestry. The focus today, Jeff Burton.
Hey, this elk hunter, big hunter. Even his dad, Ward, I know they're always out there. I see him on social media. He's out there in the woods and doing, I don't know. I'm not a big hunter, so I'm not sure how
7
that works.
miles
Yeah.
on the hillsides of Montana.
Unbelievable. He's always telling me about these trips. It's pretty wild out there. And of
Favorite
course,
meal?
once again, a sponsor plug. That's a Golden Corral car. I realize. I'm feeling a theme here
on us.
Yeah.
Mentioned that rookies finish in the top 5 in stage 2, and it wasn't easy. Sanchez barely getting to 5th in front of Almirola by that much.
That's a good feeling. From the top side, to be able to get the run and the momentum down the front stretch and take that 5th place in the point in the stage. That's a really good feeling.
Going to be a big shuffle here. Some drivers pitted there at lap 97. They will stay out. Others coming down now. Here they are on Progressive Pit Road, Dylan.
And we'll start with William Sawalich, who finished 3rd in that stage. Said that they were the car fired off tight and was trending looser. Jeff Mindering, the crew chief, said, let's see where it goes. One more run. No changes on the 18 car. Carson Quaffle as well has been fast, finished 2nd there. He said that he was tight, was struggling to get pointed on exit. They're going to go up a round and a half on the track car for the 1 car.
Connor Zillage in that 88. He said he felt kind of just a little bit snug. He said, I need to get my angles right. Crew chief Marty Lindley said, all right, we're going to leave it alone since the track is going to get cooler as they put 4 fresh Goodyear tires to notebook fuel. We watch the race off Progressive Pit Road. And as we get closer to awarding a Martinsville clock, the final stage from the paperclip is coming your way.
David takes Prevagen for his brain, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number 1, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, for your brain.
Okay, remember the deal. 4 lines on Verizon, $25 each.
And iPhone 16 Pro.
We all get one. It's not on us. It is on them.
I'm going in.
Hi, we're here for
the unlimited plan, $25 a line.
Yeah, and
iPhone 16 Pro, 1 for each of you.
Yeah, but it's
on us. We got you.
right now, every family gets our best price. $25 a line and iPhone 16 Pro.
I'm back. Getting ready for the start of stage 3.
On Verizon. That was actually easier than we thought.
Travel can make you smell kind of funky.
It's so
but
dumb.
aluminum-free Secret Whole Body Deodorant gives me 72-hour whole body freshness. For long layovers, surprise gate changes, and heavy luggage. And it's totally middle seat approved. Secret, no sweat.
When they want to squeeze up, they want a squeeze up.
Deliciously delectable delectables. Squeeze up.
I'm the voice inside your head.
And while you're typically athletic, right now, you're pathetic. Rick, once you start listening to me, it's gonna be hard to stop. Shank.
ever have the right auto coverage? The cost of this could hit you out of nowhere. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Oh, and I need these items printed with our logo by Friday. Certainly. Are you for imprint certain?
Well, we are for imprint. Certainty matters. Like the certainty of finding the perfect promo gear for gifting at 4imprint. Exclusive items and quality brands to wow your clients, your customers, and your team. Delivered on time. Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now.
4imprint for certain.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ready for the final stage. It's the Marine Corps 250 live from Martinsville Speedway for short track race of the year for the Nascar Xfinity Series. With Parker Kligerman, I'm Adam Alexander. 13 drivers stayed out here. They had made their pit stops, most of them at lap 97. This was their plan all along. Pit under caution, middle of the stage. Flip it, you stay out at the end of the stage, gain some track position. Very anxious here to watch Connor Zilic. He wins the race off pit road, but he's going to be restarting outside the top 12, as compromised as they have been today. When you talk about track position, he's led the most laps, 99 out front.
And this will be the most important run of the day for him to protect that race car. Remember, he's already got damage on that right front. He can't use it up too much.
Front row.
All right, back green.
Red hot. Almirola swept the races here last year. Allgaier 2 in a row this season. They get us going in the final stage.
Sammy Smith had an issue there getting through the gears or spinning the tires that caused a major checkup. Somehow they didn't get more damage with that.
Joe Gibbs Racing 1-2, 54. Taylor Gray gets through to the second position. Into the top 10, 91 of Maya Snyder. You're going to start seeing some different names because guys are playing the strategy game. 00 Sheldon Creed. Average running position outside the top 15, but here's the 00, and remember,
let's go, Sheldon.
For cash eligible.
He is. He's fighting just long. I remember was able to take the lead earlier on the outside. He's been really.
Sheldon's in the lead for Dash for Cash right now.
We saw for Connor Zilic has that hood basically caved in. His Taylor Gray's looking the inside of Eric Almirola.
It's hard to be quiet and get it done at Martinsville. Taylor Gray has done just that. Last week in Miami, he wins a pole for the first time in his career, trying to win a race for the first time here today. Takes the lead away from his teammate, 54 on point, and good battles behind him, including teammates here. The 8 is Sammy Smith, 7 is Justin.
Jaden.
That was big for Justin to get slotted down there in front of Sammy Smith. Now he can really focus forward. We're going to take a look at this restart here where there was this big checkup. Look at the 7 car there.
Jaden.
A little issue for him getting to the gears, and that whole outside line then just accordion effects into each other. Now we're on board Sawalch right behind Zilic. You're going to see this sudden checkup. It's all it takes. I believe Zilic got the back.
Jaden.
Actually buckled that hood, and we know he already had that damage on the right front, so he's really damaged the front of that race car.
Sam Mayers had damage today. You see the tape on the left front fender, but he's working his way back to the front. He's in the top 10, and he's on those pressure tires. Actually,
oh, there he is. Jaden.
So he's on the same
when are we going to start our fucking trucking company? Remember we said that we're going to start our own trucking company? When are we going to do that?
Actually, it was Zilic that got the wall.
He got the outside. That car has been beat up all around. I said he had to take care of this race car. Oh, there Carson Quapple gets
the Woo!
21 gets the back of somehow holds on to it.
Wow. Remember Jaden, on American Truck Simulator? We're going to start our fucking trucking company.
I'm not sure how he was able to hang on to that. Boss Hill's in the back of him. He was completely crossed up. Oh, the Zilic now gets
on American Truck Simulator.
Sawalch on the inside. Now they're 3-1 on the exit. He has damaged every pedal on that race car just the last couple laps.
45 is Brad Perez
caution.
Going in the wrong direction. Lots of beating and banging, and we get a caution.
Harrison Burton's got some debris on his.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's debris.
Under tray and splitter. of the 25 sitting in the absolute.
So that was a almost 3-minute green flag run. About 2:47, I think it was.
And I've been so encouraged with their performance this season. And I felt like today might be a day when they really break through AM Racing and Harrison Burton.
Seems like he was a little upset there of Annunziata as well. So we'll try and find out exactly what went down here. Harrison was in a tough spot. Remember, he had that incident while running the top 10 in stage 1 where Corey Dade got.
Can you even play that game? Yeah.
The wall. They actually lost a set of tires that, so he's been.
I've played it before.
He got spun by Annunziata here.
I used to play it all the time.
And then
like 3 years
gets
ago.
in the front of him and actually rips out that whole splitter and under tray.
I think I deleted it, but I can re-download it.
Riding with Garrett Smithley, and by the way, gets the free pass. Running 31st, he'll get back on the lead lap. You know, we've had just enough cautions today to keep a
We
lot
played
of
it
guys
before,
in the
dude.
game. 31 cars.
We can't play it together. It's weird.
Just over
It's weird.
laps to go.
Like I remember, like you and me both played at one time when I was streaming.
Again, not for this, but what about the save? Sideways and move on.
Hey, Sweaty. Sweetie, you good?
Someone stole my Old Spice antiperspirant. Now I'm smelling like perspirant.
I did. Where's 24/7 sweat protection?
You did this to my pets.
Kids, I'm sure you're wondering why your mother and I asked you here tonight.
We're not alone in the universe.
Are we not going to go to school anymore?
We won the lottery.
We did win the lottery. The all-you-can-eat lottery. I want to eat a lottery of this.
Oh,
Feeling it.
Gotta have a lucky charm when you ride, right? Make you feel safe and protected out there.
That's why I never leave home without a photo of the little ones.
Bracelet from my husband. Lucky rabbit's foot.
Lucky rabbit name's Foot. It's Swedish.
That's a whole rabbit.
Name's Foot.
Well, there's really no need for a lucky charm when you ride.
Not when America's #1 motorcycle insurance got your back.
We're just gonna ignore the fact that Cole has a rabbit.
Name's Foot.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Vacations will never be the same. Welcome to the 4 parks of Universal Orlando Resort.
I've always known how to fix things. But with psoriatic arthritis, my body felt broken. Mornings were a nightmare.
But it's not going to control me anymore. With Bimzellos, I can't wait to say, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back. Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation. Bimzelx can.
And there's a something on pit road. Big piece of debris.
Fast and lasting. I'm back to what moves me.
I'm back to reaching for new heights.
Less fatigue for some, 0 swollen joints, and 100% clear skin for most.
I'm back to what inspires me.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say, I'm back.
Ask your doctor.
Oh, Connor Zilish has a lot of damage.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you go, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California.
Connor Zilish, the pole sitter, led a lot of this race.
In Orange County,
That's
Florida.
trouble now.
It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep
105
businesses
to go.
big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by the United States. Join us in celebrating 250 years of the feud. Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express Card. And by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com. Look there at the drivers in the field who have found their way to victory lane, grab that grandfather clock here at Martinsville. Taylor Gray trying to do it today out in front of his teammate, Eric Almirola. Let's check in at the CW garage. Here's Carla.
Yeah, Harrison Burton was the youngest driver to win this race back in 2020. When the Xfinity Series returned to the track for the first time since 2006, Burton says he remembers so much about that race. It was a fun one. His dad came over the radio to congratulate him, but he also said he remembers it being rather clean compared to most races there recently. There
you can haul NASCAR haulers. That'd be fun.
Race, which sounds like a lot, but it's actually tied for the fewest we've seen in Martinsville in recent history. He, of course, was a part of the last caution that we saw with Harrison Burton. So let's take a listen to his radio right now.
Damn.
This
Harrison pissed.
Frustration. That's the name of the game for sure. And it's just tight corners, a lot of different things happening in terms of cars on different strategies, different tires.
It's not very cash money, Harrison.
Make up time, keep track position. A lot of times it equals contact.
Credit to the team. They stayed on the lead lap.
Great flag.
Back in the 30th position. Front row, Taylor Gray outside of Sheldon Creed. Almirola picked the inside lane behind his teammate here.
I think that was a smart choice. We've just seen the outside really struggle. The only one who made it work was just Allgaier in that 7. Everyone else has lost time out there. As Sheldon Creed fights back around the outside of Taylor Gray, it's still going to be tough to complete that pass.
Allgaier in the outside lane, just outside of his teammate Sammy Smith. They're racing back there for the 4th position. Brandon Jones was leading at that contact when Garrett Smithley went around. He's back in the game. Look at Creed trying to power down, not quite there into the corner.
He's done a really good job reminiscent of what Justin Allgaier did earlier, but you got to get it done early. As you run longer, it's going to get tougher and tougher to make that outside work.
But you know, if you can get out front, take the lead here, you control the race with 100 laps to go. Everyone's got a set of tires left. You're going to pit one more time. If you can be at the front of the train when that happens, you could win this race. Creed will not go away.
Not giving up, fighting for everything he's got out there on the outside and doing a great job of doing it. It's starting to really park both of them in the center of the corner. That's has Eric Almirola wondering which way to go here as he looks at both of them side by side.
Everyone at home feels the pain of Eric Almirola. You're driving down the interstate, guys in the left lane won't go as fast as you would like. You want to make up some time. You just don't have a lane to do it in.
I think this was really smart by Eric. One of the things he does best at this racetrack, and better maybe than anyone, is manage those tires. We potentially be looking at one of the longest runs of the day here, and that's where he really comes to his own. It's what he was so good at doing in the Cup Series, and right now just sitting there as he chose the inside and waiting for these two to sort of figure it out.
And the problem for Creed, if you can't get out in front of Gray and pull down, you may really start going in the wrong direction because they're going to be stacked up on that inside lane if they're able to get by.
I think this is where Sheldon's probably going to have to give it up here on the outside. He's lost a lot of positioning there to Taylor Gray, who then slots in front and now finally has gotten the lead.
Almirola now trying to slide up to second. Creed not clear to the bottom. Sammy Smith right there.
Oh, the one car caution.
Carson Quapple off the pace. Going to bring out our 6th caution of the day.
We saw him have that amazing save off of the 21, but I think we're going to see an incident here.
Caution is out
with him and Sam Mayer
for the one car
for 11th
of Carson Quapple.
He was one of the best drivers that had played the strategy to run it long. To
so it was a 2-minute and 18-second green flag run.
Right, so here you see Sam Mayer in that 41 green and white car. There's Carson Quapple with Zilich on the outside. Sam sort of squeezes Zilich to the wall. Carson tries to go to the inside as Sam's out trying to come back down, and it actually shoves him into the inside barrier there. A hard shot into the inside wall there. That car now has a lot of damage.
And Zilich able to get by both of them. We know the damage for the 88, but he's now back up there tonight. So our pole sitter, who won the first 2 stages, continues to have a solid afternoon despite some of the challenges and tough positions he's been put in.
Well, he's hit a lot of things.
He has.
And I hate that for Carson Quapple, who had so much speed in practice, qualifies in the front row, coming to a place that he's been so successful in late models, had a great run last year here in getting the top 5. I knew he had a ton of confidence, and he's definitely had the speed, but obviously this wreck is going to hurt Dylan.
And Carson came on the radio and said that the wheel was straight, but as you see,
That man is
crew
big.
going to get a closer look underneath there. They wanted to make sure they could check the toe, make sure everything measured okay. So looks to be okay for now. They'll change 4 tires and fill the 1 car up with fuel. But yeah, as you were saying, Parker, it's been kind of the story of their year. It seems like really fast, but just some unfortunate luck that hinders a good finish.
Wheeling caution lights are on and pit road open. I'm not surprised. Inside of 100 laps to go. Everybody's got a set of tires. Here they are down the progressive pit lane. Dylan?
And Sheldon Creed, who was battling there for the lead, said that the car was way better. Just felt like he needed a little bit more drive. So they're, I believe, going to try to make an adjustment for that here as he peels onto pit road. Crew will go around and change right side tires. Don't see a wrench in anybody's hands, so maybe just an air pressure adjustment here from Jonathan Toney just to get the 0-0 a little bit better for Sheldon Creed.
And teammates, both Eric Amarola and Taylor Gray come down pit road. You see Eric there. His team's over. I think we're on our number, so let's come. Chasing lateral right, couldn't roll the first few laps after fire off because he was chasing an entry. You see the 54 there on the left. Just a little bit tick free. They did take an air pressure adjustment.
How close was the race off progressive pit road? It was tight. But Taylor Gray, who has the #1 pit stall because he qualified on the pole last week in Miami, wins the race off. Top 6 cars holding serve. Austin Hill gains a couple, but it's Creed, Almirola, Sammy Smith, and Allgaier coming off 2nd through 4th, and here it is. Boom, that's tight.
It's always tight quarters here, whether it's on track or on pit road.
But you can't overemphasize how
Yeah,
important
some
this
people
race
stayed
is
out.
to take control in what should be your final pit stop of the day.
Right, it definitely will be for these, using that last set of tires for these guys. They're open, that puts them in the position.
Top 11 stayed out.
Towards the end to be able to get through some of the cars that stayed out.
Now here's the deal. You win the race off pit road, that's the good news. The only challenge now is the cars that stay out. So 11 stay out.
11,
you're going to have to work your way through traffic. And this is a lot to manage, especially for a young driver like Taylor Gray. And then I think about the pressure that's going to be on Sheldon Creed. You've established yourself with some track position. Those other drivers out in front of you are going to have to make a pit stop. However, if you're Creed, the pressure of never having won a race at this level, you know he'll be thinking about that late if he's in position.
And he told us before this race he felt like his car was really good in the rubber, so that's has shown up here as we've got later in this race. But it's the same thing we said about Zilich when he was put back at the start of stage 3. This is one of the most important times of the race for these cars that think they're fighting for the win, is to get through traffic but do it in the cleanest way possible. Protect that race car as we get this shot looking back at Zilich. He's damaged every part of that race car trying to come back to the field.
You know, it's crazy. Our first 54 laps caution-free. But we've had 6 cautions in the race now. And if you look at the last 9 races, this is since we started coming back to Martinsville in 2020. We're averaging 13 cautions a race. We need 7 more to get to our average. I don't know if we'll get there, but I always
think we will.
over at this place because once you get inside of 100, it seems to get wild. And now the choose. Again, these drivers choosing out front are those that stayed out. Those that came down to
Them
the road
boys
will
can't
be
behave.
outside the top 10 as we start the choose.
It's interesting to see what some of these cars towards the back there that were on those newer tires chose. We saw Taylor Gray get to the bottom. That's important.
Look at row 4, Patrick Starpoli. That's Dr. Patrick Starpoli, making his first career start. He's an eye doctor. We've seen him in ARCA, ran the truck race last night, decided to do the Xfinity thing, partnered with Sam Hunt Racing, and he'll go back to Houston this week, and he'll be working with his patients. But it's great to see him moonlighting on the weekends, driving a stock car, and doing a nice job. In fact, 12 of the 13 drivers on this restart have never won in the Xfinity.
He's kept it on the lead lap. That's very impressive for Patrick here, and I know it's a really big moment for him to have this opportunity.
All right.
Christian Eckes has some track position.
Green flag.
To his right, Myatt Snyder, who's been good over the years when he's raced at Martinsville. 90 to go.
You mentioned Myatt Snyder's really good at this racetrack, has a lot of laps here, late models and trucks, and Xfinity. He loves this place. He tried to slot down there in front of Sawalch, but Sawalch gave him the bumper, moved him out of the groove, so they're going to fight side by side into one for second place.
Really good restart for Eric Almirola, one of those drivers that made a pit stop, and all of those guys back there from the 54, the 19-008, these are drivers that have made their final stop and basically racing for the top position once everything cycles through. You got to be careful. Taylor Gray to the inside of the 99 of Matt DiBenedetto.
You got to be smart, and that looked like a low percentage move, but it really wasn't. With his tire advantage, he was able to hold it on the bottom as those other two, and Matt D and Chris Wright were on the outside, forced up the track a little bit. Chris Wright got forced onto the third group and allowed him to get through, and now he's in some cleaner track.
And look at Sheldon Creed working around the 19 again. All these guys really racing for a position at the front. Once it cycles through, Allgaier inside Almirola. The 8 is Sammy Smith. Austin Hill is there. Brandon Jones back in the game.
That's a big opportunity for Justin Allgaier to get back by Almirola here. As we look at them racing on the same set of tires, driving through some of these older tires, that just gives you that track position you want as you start to work your way through and keeps them in check with Taylor Gray.
And the drivers that did it at 127, I mean, you save that set of tires, but this does have, if this were to establish a green flag field, they might have an option to play some games here. Talking about those drivers that are scored, some of them up in the top 7 or 8 right now.
And we've seen tires really matter. So if they are able to get the right time caution and be able to come down pit road with enough laps left to drive back to the field, it could be a big difference maker to have those tires and be able to put them on way later.
On board with Daniel Dye. This is our race to stop suicide onboard camera. Dye is third, qualified the top 10 yesterday. He's had a couple of top 10s this year. First Xfinity start in Martinsville, does have truck experience at this venue. And look at college racing. 2 cars in the top 3, all their cars in the top 10. Josh Williams back there racing for 9th.
Sheldon Creed might be there in 9th right now, but he's the leader of the Dash for Cash. I know he hasn't won a race, but it would be nice to win a Dash for Cash.
Dylan, what about that 10 car?
Yeah, this is really encouraging. I spoke to Daniel this afternoon, and he was pretty honest with me. He said, we were not good yesterday. I just feel like we laid down a pretty good qualifying lap. So if we can just stay wide enough to keep this track position, I'll see what we've got for the race, but I don't really feel great about it. So I think this is super encouraging for not only Daniel, but as you see there, all of college racing. Christian Eckes has been fighting to get his race car a little bit better, too. So even though they're on a little different strategy, this is legit speed and confidence out of all of these race cars.
Right, and so many times here, the reason you run well or don't run well is the track position, right? I mean, let's face it. I mean, you can look like a hero out front, you get stuck in traffic, and all of a sudden, things go in a different direction.
Yeah, take a look here. Eric Almirola here. Oh, Josh Williams gets moved up the track. Eric's in the wrong place, and now he's going to lose a couple positions, being forced to the outside and just not able to get around the corner correctly there. He had to avoid Josh Williams.
So Eckes leading, he's a rookie. Right behind him, another rookie in Williams Sawalich. They're on a little bit of a different strategy, older tires. I think they'll probably pit again if the opportunity presents itself. We'll have to see how things play out. Daniel Dye, another rookie in third. Just got the report from Dylan on him and his day. And then the driver that we feel like right now is in the driver's seat, and that would be Taylor Gray. He was out front when the caution came out. He pitted, got his final set of tires, restarts outside the top 10, has patiently worked his way to 4th.
And has done a really good job of that. Kept a clean car, got through traffic quickly and decisively is what we want to do, and allowed him to get to some cleaner track. Oh! Ryan Snyder and Nick Sanchez get together there as Justin Allgaier trying to make his way through.
When you're on older tires,
Sheldon's up to 5th, by the way, but Taylor Gray is up to 4th.
It's not going to work out for you. You're hanging on for
So it looks like it'll be between Gray and Creed. It'll be Allgaier. Well, Gray's up past Dye now for 3rd. Daniel Dye.
You know, he just celebrated his 20th birthday, but you wouldn't know it the way he's handled this situation. Not only when he was leading, and he had some good drivers behind him, but the pit stop, you lose the track, lose all the track position. You got to race through the traffic, and he's done a great job.
Ryan Snyder just got shoved up out of the groove once again by Brennan Poole, and Eric Almirola has kind of been trapped in some of all this here in this traffic as they all try to sort it out. He's lost a couple positions and a lot of track position to some of the other cars in that tire strategy.
Oh, around goes the 88. Connor Zilish goes around. The caution is out.
We're getting closer to our average.
So it was a little over a 5.5 minute green flag run.
75 to go. And those drivers that have a set of tires. I mean, the biggest question I have here, Parker, is how many are on the lead lap? 31 on the lead lap. You give up a lot of track position if you come down here. We'll see how it plays out. Who the caution lights are on for the man that's led the most laps today.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check first that you bought seats in the right section. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 4 times the moisturizers of your old body wash.
And just 12 ingredients.
That's right. Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth, it's native.
Ready for liftoff? You will be. With Blue Chew, your confidence takes flight. It's not just a boost, it's a whole new attitude. Blue Chew is out of this world.
Kids, I'm sure you're wondering why your mother and I asked you here tonight. We're moving to Hawaii.
We're getting a puppy?
We don't have to go to school anymore.
Unicorns of veal?
No. What? It's because it's a buffet of all-you-can-eat butterfly shrimp and sirloin steak.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Spring starts with savings at the Home Depot.
What are you working on? Starting off with a clean slate.
I'm starting to love my yard again.
These work well in the sun. Perfect.
Start your spring with earth saving at the Home Depot. Greg takes Prevagen for his brain, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I live in Bloomington, Illinois. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me. I've been taking Prevagen for 8 years now, and it's still helping me tremendously.
Prevagen.
We were talking about American Truck Simulator, Andy.
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed. ACE is the place with the helpful hardware.
It's your phone. With Verizon, trade in any phone in any condition. Whole flight info from notes, send to mom. And get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with AI and a watch and tab all on us. That's up to $1,900 in value. Only on Verizon.
We've got a great finish coming today in Martinsville, but I'm already looking forward to next Saturday, Darlington, South Carolina, throwback weekend. We got a star-studded cast in the race. Chase Elliott is going to be here, series champion. He's a Cup and an Xfinity champion. Going to be driving that 17 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Christopher Bell going to be driving the 19 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Won at Darlington in the Xfinity Series last fall. Ross Chastain's going to be a part of the equation, driving the 9 for JRM. Plus all the series regulars.
And 3 Jim McMurray throwbacks.
That's exactly. He has the trifecta.
Yeah.
And now our golden moment, brought to you by Golden Corral. And it's going to be the race off pit road. We said it at the time. In stereo, tight. Taylor Gray wins the race off pit road over Shelton Creed. And right now, he's in the best position. But something interesting getting ready to come up here. Because a few drivers elected to pit, including Christian Eckes, who hadn't pitted since lap 99. Daniel Dye also comes down here. But William Sawalich, who last pitted at 127 into stage 2, he had stayed out under that last caution to establish some track position. He doesn't pit here. He's going to be the race leader, but on older tires, they're just going to run this thing out. This is a very interesting call for a rookie driver.
It is, but he got that track position. He had good enough pace, and he only has really a 12-lap difference in green flag laps on these tires to these newer tires, so he's not in a terrible position.
And now we do the choose. And it's going to be an all-rookie front row, both from Joe Gibbs Racing. William Sawalich inside of Taylor Gray. What about the 54, Kim?
Yeah, you saw that race off pit road. I got to point out, that was one of the pit stalls we talked about before
So
the
William
race.
Sawalich has the lead.
From winning the pole last weekend, worked his advantage.
Taylor Gray is restarting second. And then my man Sheldon, third.
Taylor Gray is driving.
Allgaier is restarting
Is
fourth.
the one that Eric Almirola won with both Martinsville races last year, Dylan.
And Kim, I did just confirm with Jeff Mendering, crew chief on the 18, their plan is to stay out. He said, we've had top 5 speed all weekend, just have to find a way to get up front and stay there. They've got track position for now.
You know, Jeff Mendering, the crew chief for Brandon Jones, when he won here in 2022, they ran it long in the final stage, playing a similar strategy with William Sawalich. Jason Ratcliffe calling the shots for the 54 at Taylor Gray, the winningest crew chief in the history of the
Green
Xfinity
flag.
Series. 2 young guns out front. Green once again at the paperclip.
Sheldon Creed wanted to take a look there, and Sawalich wasn't able to get to the inside. Sawalich did a good job protecting his side-by-side with Taylor Gray.
Taylor Gray, fresher tires.
Ooh! Taylor Gray gets pushed out of the way. 3 wide.
Gray gets away with a top spot.
Here comes Sheldon for second.
Tough position for Sawalich trying to get to the inside there. Taylor Gray tried to clear himself.
Sheldon's going to try to battle for second, but then he's going to have to catch Gray, who's pulling way out.
The tough thing if you're Sawalich, if you can get away with
So yeah, Sheldon does take second.
the older tires. Unfortunately, you get shoved out here, and it is so hard when drivers have 30-lap pressure tires driving around you. Sammy Smith, the next in line.
His strategy really depended, as you put it, on getting into the lead, getting a little bit of a gap like his teammate Taylor Gray has done here, and then trying to just manage your laps and hope it sort of spreads out that you don't lose too much time over the course of the run. But now he's going to be fighting in a hornet's nest here of cars that have better tires than his.
Dean Thompson trapped in that outside lane. Another rookie driving the Toyota for Sam Hunt.
More 3-wide action here. In the left rear of Nick Sanchez.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, Daniel Dodd, one of those drivers that just pitted, he's starting to make some moves. Christian Eckes came at lap 179. He's up to 13th. Let's think dash for cash for a minute. Sheldon Creed, the best of the bunch. Second, but about to lose that to Sammy Smith. Allgaier's up there in the top 10. So is Austin Hill. You can see our dash for cash drivers highlighted in green in the bumper.
Still got a bit of a buffer there to Justin Allgaier for that dash for cash. And Phil Bell, the crew chief on the 8 for Sammy Smith, told us they felt like they were coming here with a chance to win. Right now, sliding into second place. They definitely have the speed here late in this race.
And he was the worst qualifier when you look at your votes. That's just like putting a carrot out in front of your driver, right?
Yeah. They know they're racing for 2 prizes today.
You know, Allgaier said coming to this weekend, we're going to do a little testing. We want to make sure we got our car where it needs to be when we come back here in the fall, because this is such a critical race when you come here in the playoffs. This is the cutoff in a round of 8 to determine who runs for a championship.
And some of that was because he felt like even though they'd won here before, they just never had that dominant race car. They've never been that car to beat at this racetrack, so they're still searching for what they want inside those race cars. Jerry showed with a lot of speed this weekend, but still just trying to find what they want inside for Justin Allgaier. It's caution
out, caution out, caution out.
It's caution number 8. Riding on board here with Daniel Dye.
Caution. For the 07.
Carson Ware brings it out.
Carson Ware.
The 07. You know, I'm looking, and the timing of this caution is interesting for a couple of guys. I had mentioned, you know, Eckes, we were on board with Daniel Dye. They had waited. They gave up the track position, but they get those tires, and the fact that they've already worked their way up top 12, top 15.
So it's about a 2-minute and 53-second green flag run.
Up the field, you get a restart. It just opens the door to go get some more. That strategy call could be really good.
It really could be, and it's not just that they have a little bit more grip here, maybe for the restarts and such, but if we do get some green flag running 20, 30 laps as we get into this run. If they're able to have that track position, that's where they'll really start to pay off on having just lesser laps on those tires compared to some of the leaders ahead of them.
Let's go back and see what happened to the 07 here, Carson Ware.
Top of your screen right there near the CW Sports logo. Already has been spun around here down in turns 1 and 2. Simple loop, but he's going to end up sitting there trying to get it refired. It's long enough that even the leaders got back to him and by him, so NASCAR to throw the caution.
There's so much going on in the latter part of this race. And look at Taylor Gray, who's trying to win, and William Sawalich now going to make a pit stop. So they tried to stay out. They lost all the track position. You don't want to go home with a set of tires, so the 18 is in, Dylan.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you put tires on here, maybe you just get enough yellows and everybody's bunched up together that you could come out a net positive on this. So kind of had their bed made and just have to adjust on the fly here. A little slow on the left front. You see they're not going to be a huge penalty. But see what Sawalich can do. He's going to have to pass a lot of cars here for the final 50 laps or so.
But I would say something to give him a little hope is what we established out of Eckes and Adai. Well, you know, after that last cycle of pit stops, I thought they might be in some trouble, but they've already worked their way back. Here's the most difficult thing, showing 32 cars on the lead lap. So, you know, some of those are damaged and going to be well off the pace. May even let him pull up a little bit for the restart, but he's going to have to pass a lot of cars, as Dylan said, trying to establish a net gain here.
Yeah, he's have to do some serious work. Going to want some green flag running here to try and make those tires work for him and have that advantage to kind of cut through the field and maybe get one of those later cautions or a sequence of cautions. Once you've gotten the track position that sort of bunches up the field, it gives you the chance to use your better tires.
Aerial coverage brought to you by the Lucas Oil Helicopter. Such a fun time of year in the Xfinity Series. I always feel like I've gone back in time when I come here to Martinsville. I mentioned the fact it's throwback weekend next Saturday at Darlington. In a couple of weeks, we're at Bristol. We got some classics on the schedule right now.
Two great short tracks and one of the greatest ovals for a NASCAR stock car at Darlington. That wore-out surface running right next to the wall and all over that place. One of my favorite racetracks, I think a fan favorite as well for a lot of reasons. But this place definitely has lived up to its name, it being Martinsville, the paperclip short track that has all sorts of action.
Oh, yeah, and the calm eyes of Garrett Smithley. This is our old house life with Michelle Bowers onboard camera.
Ooh, that's beautiful, Jaden.
Damn,
Damn, $1,000 fucking dollars? Holy shit.
All the drivers that have led laps today. Connor Zillage starts on the pole, wins the first 2 stages, led 99 laps, but he's had a lot of
buying that?
beating up race car for him. Taylor Gray's taken over here.
Another one?
Final stages, led 33 laps. Eckes led those 22.
Damn.
Jones had that time at the front. He's led 22 laps, and he's in a decent spot right now up there in 4th. He could make something happen. Eric
Who the hell's bidding on that?
Here last year has led 7 laps today and is in the 6th position prior to the choose.
He really struggled there as we got into stage 3 in terms of getting swamped in some traffic. Wasn't able to cut through it as well as Justin Allgaier and Taylor Gray. Lost a few positions, and that's put him in a tough spot. Just doesn't look like he quite has the short run speed compared to some of these others.
Sometimes that driver in second, taking the low lane, going behind the race leader. This
Yeah, Dale Jr. fanatics. Some people, Dale Jr. fanatics with enough money.
Justin Allgaier radio, the 7 starting right behind his teammate here.
I'll be honest with you, I wish you built a tank.
Because there are some.
You guys like these guys all do. Well, you done good. You know who we are. We'll stick to our game plan.
A tank. Some of them have tried to act like their car's a tank.
That's the mentality sometimes here.
His looks fairly clean. I think that could pay off for him, though. I wouldn't be too upset.
I don't feel like clicking on the link again. Was that a 124 or a 164?
Last week at Miami. You know,
Or did you send both?
Restarting. Okay, I'll take the checkered flag and the money. 53 to go.
Green flag.
Really strong restart by Sammy Smith out there on the outside. It's going to give him a shot to
124 ARC and 124 Elite. What's ARC?
Want to take control of the race, especially as we hit the final portion. It'll be right about 50 laps to go. 52 now. Sammy
Basic,
Smith
okay.
battling hard in that outside lane.
And if you're Taylor Gray, what you try to do is sort of move that 8 just up the racetrack a little forced him to have a longer way around as he clears Sammy Smith doing exactly that out of 4.
Big sigh of relief for driver 54. Smith is second, Allgaier from the outside lane up to third, jumps in front of Sheldon Creed. That is big because the 7 in 00 racing for the Dash for Cash. So is Austin Hill, who's in the top 10. Jesse Love started the back today. He's got a position up front. He's 8th right now.
Eric Almirola is stuck on that outside lane. I thought it was a curious choice as we see Harrison.
Oh,
Burton
caution.
I mean, what a difficult day for Harrison Burton.
And, you know, he was almost an innocent bystander in a lot of respects in that first incident with Corey Day towards the end of stage 1. And since that moment, it's just been bad to worse for the 25 team, which came in here with so much momentum, great, strong races, and an excellent qualifying effort. I knew he was really positive.
So it was about a minute and 11-second green flag run.
You know, we've just been hitting base hits. We're just building this organization up. We're getting the right position. But today has been definitely a tough one.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing for him, the way it played out early, he was unable to get any stage points despite the fact they qualified in the top 10. And so when that happens, and then you have this kind of result, it's tough to make up any ground. Under caution for the 9th time today. A lot of doors slamming at Martinsville, and I think we're going to see a whole lot more before we're done.
You don't have to settle for just one delicious dish at Olive Garden, because for a limited time, buy one, take one is here, starting at just $14.99. So hurry in and enjoy a favorite like our creamy fettuccine Alfredo or our crispy chicken parmigiana today. Then take another home for
What does
tomorrow.
ARC mean, though?
Twice the go-tos you crave, and twice the time with the people you call family.
Like, is it? I know it means basic.
Starting at $14.99.
What's that stand for?
Only at Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California. Brake pads. To oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida.
ARC only has an opening hood.
A nationwide network of parts and exceptional
Action Racing
service, all
Collectibles.
driven by one mission: to keep businesses.
ARC only has opening hood plus roof flaps, plastic chassis, no under detail less. Oh yeah. I think I do have an Elite 124. At least one, probably multiple, but
local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego.
I mean that one Kyle Busch 124 that I have, not the first one that I got, but the second one that I got. I forgot exactly which M&M's one it was, but I remember like I saw like under the hood, like deep down in there, was a like Joe Gibbs Racing engine that was like marked with like the TRD, like the Joe Gibbs Racing engines or whatever it was.
He says it's been a disaster. I asked him how
TRD is Toyota Racing Development.
Mentally, I'm great. I actually do better when I feel my back
Actually want to go
against the wall.
get that car.
He's using that as motivation for today.
Thank you, Carla.
I like that. Backs up against the wall. That's when you find some of the success that you're looking for sure. And I think he's in a really good position right now in terms of having some of the newest tires towards the top 10.
Eric Almirola made a pit stop there.
That doesn't surprise me, considering they were struggling pretty hard. Got in the stage 3. He was stuck on the outside.
It's just so losing a lot of positions, you know, to find the balance. Because, you know,
It's this one. It's the.
And now you got to get it back. But if you're, as you said, if you're going to
Thanks for being awesome as I am.
It's so hard to figure out what the best plan of attack is. Kim?
Yeah, and he knew
Then when you open the hood, yeah, there's like a TRD engine in there. Probably can't even see it, but there's a. You probably can see a slight red under the hood, like right here.
Sometimes this place you just want to pull.
It literally says TRD on it.
Different. Flip it over, try something different, and you know.
Got such detail.
You get the feel as you start to fall back in these runs, and as he was stuck on the outside at times and just couldn't make any headway.
Yeah, look at this fucking beauty.
You can stop the bleeding a little bit. Now he's got a lot of positions to make up, but you could potentially turn that into positive momentum as opposed to just falling back to the field.
Corey Day did get a penalty. He came down pit road making his debut. He was 2 laps down after he got involved in that early crash. They've really not been able to find their way
beautiful.
back, but adding insult to injury, a penalty there. We do the choose. Gray takes the inside lane. Sammy Smith again takes the outside. Justin Allgaier this time in third prior to the choose decides to go to the inside lane. Allgaier trying to win the Dash for Cash for a second week in a row.
And the 35 is now stopped on the track.
Greg Van Alst is stopped in the 35.
Greg Van Alst.
Justin Allgaier, he's already the winningest driver when it comes to Dash for Cash. He's won it 6 times. Well, if he does it again today, not only you win it, you set yourself up to be eligible again in 2 weeks at Bristol. We're not doing the Dash for Cash next Saturday at Darlington because throwback weekend, we didn't want to take away from that. But he would be eligible again at Bristol. And here's the other thing. I mean, he just continues to put him in a better spot to win this race. He's going for his 3rd consecutive victory. Wins at Las Vegas and Miami the last 2 weeks.
It's amazing. If he's able to get this done, that'll be $700,000 in his career in the Dash for Cash. If he was able to sweep all 4 here this year, it'd be close to $1 million. So he's done well with that Dash for Cash program.
Well, and you talked earlier about how clean that race car is. Right behind him, a driver that's a little dinged, right? And ironically, it happened to Brandon Jones when he was leading the race. But when he spent that time out front, he was able to turn our fastest lap of the day. The Xfinity fastest lap pays a point at the end of this race. Jones looking for a 4th consecutive top 10 finish. And you said it in the pre-race. First 3 races, he makes his return to Joe Gibbs Racing, did not go his way. Average finish outside the top 25. But the last 3 weeks have been outstanding for him. He's getting it done today at Martinsville. Great racetrack, got a wonderful history here. He's won at Darlington, where we go next week. So some real opportunities ahead for that 20 team.
And barring that incident when he was in the lead, he was really looking like he was one of the top contenders against the 88 early in this race. Speed-wise, you see everyone weaving around. You're trying to keep those tires as clean as you can as we get these multiple restarts. You saw that rubber that laid down. All these cars start picking that rubber up under caution. You're trying to get those tires as clean as you can. It's really important. It's really difficult to do here. It's easy to spin the tires, and it's really easy not to have them clean enough as you go off into turn 1 and not have the grip that you want.
Big restart coming. Just over
All right.
40 laps to go.
Going back green, 40 to go. Or 41 to go. 42 to go, sorry.
Strong restart by Tail Gray and a strong restart by Justin Allgaier. Slot in there to be just the inside of Sammy Smith.
Teammates, will they be friendly? Allgaier says, you're not getting down in front of me. 7 trying to get up there to the runner-up position. Sheldon Creed right there as well. We're thinking Dash for Cash. We're thinking first career victory. So much on the line with 41 remaining.
Oh, around goes the 26. Once again, Dean Thompson brings out the caution.
Sammy Smith there was really crowding Justin Allgaier, trying to get real aggressive.
So that was about a 35-second green flag run.
To get a run off the corner, and Justin Allgaier was taking none of it.
Thompson was 13th and really had been enjoying a nice day, nice weekend. Was solid here yesterday as well. Gets the free pass. Virginia driver. It's going to put 33 drivers on the lead lap. 10 cautions today. Getting close to our average of 13 since we came back here in 2020.
We're going to get a look back at what happened to Dean Thompson here. Keep an eye on that green, lime green and white car of Sam Mayer. It actually looks like Dean was trying to get beneath Christian Eckes a little bit. Just lost the rear there. Yeah, just lost, you sort of pinch off the entry as you're trying to get lower and lower underneath Christian Eckes. And this is easy to do because you see that space in that room and the real estate down below. But when you get down there, the track can be, if you're way lower, a little dirtier. You then have to sort of slow the car up more than you anticipate. And when you do that, you lock the rears, spin around. That's what happened to Dean Thompson.
Celsius onboard camera, the view for Jeff Burton.
And what have we seen 3 or 4 times today in this exact scenario of drivers just basically, just lock the rears way early, trying to pinch off the entry and get down to the inside of the 16 of Eckes. And I mean, that's the 3rd or 4th time that I mentioned that we've seen someone lock the rears, get a bit of almost wheel hop and spin around as they're trying to get the inside. It shows you the fine line that these drivers and these race cars are on when you're in the braking zones here at Martinsville. There's a lot of opportunity because the braking zones are large. There's a lot of chance to try and make an aggressive move. But at some point, you got to get that car stopped. And when you're asking to do a lot while turning at the entry of the corner, that can happen.
You know, you're not going to make a pit stop here unless you just have a really significant problem. All these teams are out of tires.
Yeah, it looks like Creed is going to restart 4th.
But let's give a little reset here and walk you through the top 10. Taylor Gray, been great today, led 50 laps. Trying to get his first career victory, rookie driver from New Mexico. Sammy Smith has finished second here on 2 different occasions. Good start to the year for him. 3rd-year driver from Iowa. Junior Motorsports has enjoyed a lot of success. 3 wins here in the last 9 races. One of those belongs to Justin Allgaier. Chasing the dash for cash. Our reigning champ is 3rd. 4th, Sheldon Creed, another driver going for the money. He, too, wants his first career victory. He's been 2nd here on 2 different occasions. Last time Brandon Jones won an Xfinity race, Martinsville 2022. He's battled some tough times today, but he's 5th. I don't know how, but Carson Kvapil, who's also had his fair share of problems, find his way in the top 10.
That car hit the inside wall a ton, and as Dylan reported, the wheel was not knocked out of the toe, so he's recovered nicely.
RCR teammates going for win number 100 with the Richard Childress Racing organization. Hill is 7th, Love is 8th, and now we get to choose. Going to get this restart with 35 laps to go.
I was curious to see what Sammy Smith might do there in terms of going behind Taylor Gray or taking the outside. He elected to take the outside. He was having a little bit of success right as that caution came out of trying to fend off Justin Allgaier on the bottom. Thinks he might have a chance there on the outside.
You know, all these restarts, it's great for Gray to be in control of the race. That's what you want. You wouldn't give up the top spot. But you have so many restarts. Gosh, you start showing your hand a little bit, right? I mean, you run out of cards to play. Here's 2 radio, Jesse Love.
I think we can win this race, so we need to go. So we're not going on the bottom. I like it, and I agree.
I've made that decision plenty of times here at Martinsville. I think it worked all but once. So, but hey, he thinks he's got the car. He wants to make some headway on the top. See if it works for him.
35 laps to settle it. Will we get another caution?
All right, green flag.
Stage. Gray and Smith get away in the front.
Oh, Angus got real aggressive there towards the back of the top 10 inside of Austin Hill. Now 3 wide with Jesse Love and Austin Hill.
Eckes on those fresher tires, trying to make it work into turn 3. Could get physical here. Allgaier going after his teammate for 2nd. 7 and 8 side by side. Side by side behind him as well for 4th. Brandon Jones, bright yellow, number 20. And there goes.
Oh, around goes the 1 and the 2.
Gets caught behind it as well.
Caution.
Number 11.
And we heard Jesse wanted to take the top to try and make some headway, but there's a ton of risk of being out there, and this is exactly it, being caught up in someone else's mess.
Oh.
These 2 are playing bumper cars trying to get going.
They were 6th and 7th, and that's how quickly your day can change at Martinsville.
Absolutely, just one corner, one secret of events that happened here. Being on the outside, there's a lot of opportunity, but you can get caught up in something that you're just not even a part of because so many cars stack up on the bottom. We'll take a look at this. See Jesse there back behind Carson. He gets hit by Christian Eckes.
Yeah, it's Carson Kvapil and Jesse Love.
If you remember back to the beginning of the restart, Eckes was real aggressive going to the inside, and yeah, Austin Hill gets to the back of Christian Eckes, who gets the accordion effect, and eventually into Jesse Love, who gets into Carson Kvapil. Bit of retaliation probably on Austin Hill's side there.
Look at our Dash for Cash drivers. They're all in the top 10. Everyone's still very much alive. For Jesse Love, smoking on pit road, you know, he had 2 finishes outside the top 10, dating to Darlington last fall. I mean, this driver has really been rolling.
And Jesse Love is done for the day.
Early portion of 25, but his day is done. 2nd time outside the top 10 this season for Jesse Love.
I know how frustrating that could be, especially you get this late portion of the race. You feel like you got the car to compete. You make that choice to go the outside, trying to make something happen, but and then get caught up in something of 2 drivers that were sort of upset with each other. And they were in this awkward position, staring at each other, basically able to wave, look at each other's eyes. It's always an interesting position to be in as a race car driver in race cars and try to get going, try to give each other space.
Damn.
And another bit of contact.
You know, for Jesse Love, though, you win the season opener at Daytona, and it takes a lot of pressure off because you know inevitably you're going to have days like today. You start in the rear, you have a hard time finding the track position. Even when you get it, you get in some compromising positions at a place like Martinsville. You got to win in the bank. You know you're going to the playoffs. Load it up, go to Darlington, live to fight another day. A lot of cautions laid here at Martinsville.
So the Red Sox and the Rangers game has started. So obviously I won't be live for that since it's already started.
It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman. Easy, Batemobile, not too fast, baby.
And Jaron Duran already got a walk.
Just one, so long with a dermatologist. That's why you need a real deal.
Go home, Bateman. Do a podcast or something. That's very cool.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Cerakote revolutionized car care with its #1 best-selling rapid ceramic paint seal. The unmatched gloss, slickness, and shine that you love now comes with an industry-leading 50-wash guarantee.
Introducing Cerakote's next-generation paint sealing, Rapid Ceramic Platinum. Just spray it on and lightly bump it to get incredible shine and professional results that will help your car stay cleaner longer. Look at the difference. With over 60,000 5-star reviews, you can trust Cerakote. Buy today for under $20.
This is a story about the one. The untrained eye may not see the one as extraordinary, but her goals aren't easy. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. She is extraordinary. Because for the one, maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need plus 1 million more. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Critics are calling the CW's hit new series Good Cop, Bad Cop smart, charming, and endearing. Leighton Meester, Luke Cook, and Clancy Brown star in an all-new episode of Good Cop, Bad Cop Wednesday, 9/8 Central, right here on the CW. We've been able to get our money's worth so far here this afternoon, and a lot more still to come in the Marine Corps 250 NASCAR Xfinity Series. It's the first short track race of the year. Proud to be bringing it to you on CW with Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander. Great coverage in the pits today. Dylan Welch, Kim Kuhn. Over in the CW garage is Carla Metz. And here's one of the big storylines this time of year. We do the Dash for Cash, race number 2. And it was Justin Allgaier who won it last week, but all 4 drivers now in the top 10, and they can smell the money.
They can, and through all this craziness that we've seen today, spin-outs and contact, somehow these 4 all still have a shot. You look at Justin Allgaier leading in 3rd, Jeff back to Austin Hill in 8th. None of them are out of it by any means right now, especially for what we've seen on some of these restarts and the amount of contact out there.
Well, we just saw it, running 6th and 7th, Carson Quapple, Jesse Love. And boom, just like that, they're out of position.
That's all it takes is just one corner, a bad bump, the wrong positioning, being overly aggressive. Someone else, in the case of Jesse Love, getting angry and trying to retaliate at another driver, ends your day, none of your own doing. That's what happens here at Martinsville. That's why none of those Dash for Cash drivers are out of a chance at that money.
Here's a driver that I'm really curious about. One, because his car looks like it's virtually destroyed, Christian Eckes, but also they played a different strategy. They've got fresher tires than those other drivers up there in the top 10. What does that mean now? I don't know. But I'm not sure we'll find out unless we get a little bit of a green flag run, and we really haven't, Dylan.
Well, and I think it's interesting. This car, I feel like how many times this year have we commented on the 16 car that looks like this, and they still, sometimes turn it into good results. So this kind of looks like a Martinsville car. But it's interesting because Christian told me yesterday he knows the feeling that he needs in a car. He's been so good here in the trucks, swept the races last year. He said, I know the feeling that I need, and we got it on the sim and was really happy with it yesterday. They just battled some braking issues. So this is kind of what they expected, and now that they've got this tire advantage.
I don't know if I said it, but that was a a 35-second green flag run.
Been able to move forward
So very
here.
short.
I don't know whether they want to go green or whether the yellows are helping them or hurting them, but they're in a good spot for sure.
It's a great point, Dylan. I was thinking the exact same thing looking at that race car. It's reminiscent of him at Coda, where basically every corner of that race car was beat up and ripped off. And he
Have
got the
to
top
pee.
5 there. Seems to be a market push next to the 16 car. No matter the amount of damage, they seem to still be able to find some good finishes. And he's definitely in a good position as he was placed back in front of the 21 of Austin Hill through all of that mess that went down to turn 1. Just outside the top 5 and has the newest tires of anyone up there.
Great stories, 9th on back. I mean, we talk about his teammate Daniel Dye, similar strategy is 9th, looking for back-to-back top 10s. Right behind him, Jeff Burton, coming from the rear today. And I mean, you look at Daniel Dye here, but Jeb has put up with a lot, and he's 10th, trying to get a third top 10 finish in the last 4 races here, which would be remarkable for that team who came in on the positive side of the playoff cut line. Brennan Poole looking for another top 15. He had top 15s in both races here a season ago.
Major recovery for Jeff Burton there. He was a lap down towards the end of stage 1, has gotten all the way back here to be in the top 10, and that's something we see Jeff Burton do often, is just grind out the races and find a way to be right there in the top 10 and when it matters.
You talk about being a lap down. Dr. Patrick Staropoli was a lap down, got a free pass, and when we told that story, I'm like, this has already been a good day. You just hung in there. But now in his debut running part-time, he finds himself in the 15th position racing for Sam Hunt. Chris Wright right behind him trying to get his best run of the year. You look, really from 10th to 20th, there are so many drivers that at some point today have been in a compromising position. And you don't have to drift too far back. And there is the 88 once again of Connor Zillich, who won the first 2 stages from the pole and had all kinds of damage. I mean, Matt DiBenedetto, Jeremy Clements was a lap down, and there you see the man that led us to green earlier today, and my goodness, that car is beat up.
Well, it was on that last incident that he was in, they were able to come down pit road and actually clear that right front there, which was kind of falling into the tire a little bit as we get this wonderful shot of the sun setting, the hills here.
This is a beautiful part of the country. The old Lucas
You all
Oil
saw my
helicopter
ass.
giving us all kinds of shots today.
We started this race with the sun sort of beating on the racetrack, really higher temperatures than historically here at this race in the spring, laying tons of rubber, but as that sun sets, we're starting to see the lights take more effect on the Martinsville Speedway, and that means this racetrack is going to get faster, more grip. It's going to change things a little bit.
32 cars on the lead lap. We get to choose with 23 to go, so we'll go green with 22 remaining. Sammy Smith changing it up. Goes to the inside, and you know what that means? Allgaier now gets the restart on the front row.
And I think Sammy Smith gave it enough attempts to know if it was going to work or not. And he finally has chosen that bottom, which I think was a smart move to give himself a better chance. He was never quite able to clear Justin Allgaier.
What's Allgaier's reaction to that? When Smith goes down there, what's he thinking as he gets the front row?
Possibly thinks, because he's one of the only cars I've seen take the lead in the entirety of this race from the outside, as he did earlier to Connor Zillich. It's going to come down to the restart and really nailing that, making sure those tires are clean here. But if anyone can get it done on the outside, it's Justin Allgaier, who's done it once before.
Taylor Gray celebrated a birthday this week. Justin Allgaier said, "Merry Christmas to me," as he gets
going
the
green
alongside the rookie.
Could be a blessing or a curse, we're not sure.
A lot going on here. 22 to go. Going to be fun to watch it play out. Green again. And Taylor Gray with another awesome restart in the 54.
He's been flawless in the restarts as the two teammates get into each other off of turn 2.
Physical for second. Allgaier leading the chase, the dash for cash. Creed wants it, he's right behind him. Brandon Jones up there trying for another top 5. Nick Sanchez out of line in that orange and white 48.
Thought about putting it 3 wide on the inside of Brennan Poole, thought better of it, but as we look at Sammy Smith and Justin Allgaier, these two have just been so evenly matched on each of these restarts. Usually it was Sammy Smith on the outside and Justin Allgaier on the inside. This time, Sammy on the inside. He's finally able to clear his teammate. Maybe can work towards getting back to Taylor Gray.
20 to go. That's like 7 minutes if we stay green. but 20 laps here can be an eternity, especially if you're a rookie driver leading and trying to pick up a victory for the first time in your career. On board with another rookie here, Daniel Dye running 8th.
He's been following his teammate, but he's now going to look to the inside. That's a late, low percentage move. Doesn't quite have the contact here. Now it's gone. Oh, Zekis.
Oh! Around goes Ekis. Big crash. Huge crash. Wow. A lot of big impacts there.
That's a shame. Nick Sanchez had just worked back towards the outside of the top 10.
Mike Snyder got a piece. He spent some time in the top 10 today. That was aggressive. Some heavy hits.
That really started with Dye looking the inside Ekis, and Ekis just couldn't commit down in the corner as Dye late just sort of hung to his left rear at enough that Ekis couldn't turn in. It put them 3 wide, and Sam Mayer was trying to almost help Ekis to get going there as he was not able to get the throttle down and ends up spinning him out. We had that great shot on board, Daniel Dye there, watching the 16 get turned around.
See him throw his helmet inside the AMR safety truck. DNF
So
last week when he lost to engine will be the same today for Christian Ekis. A wreck inside of 20 laps to go.
And you just see Daniel Dye just late lunge there to the inside. Christian Ekis acknowledges that, then doesn't turn in, but it puts him in the middle, 3 wide, and as he gets off the corner, he's already a little bit sideways, trying to get the power down, and Sam Mayer gets in the back of him, and he just couldn't hold on to it.
So the red flag is out.
And they really there for Sam Mayer. He's trying to get going. Ekis is just not able to. He's already sideways, so that now being when he was getting pushed by Sam Mayer at that point, there was no hanging on to it.
You know, we've been celebrating the success of Team Colic, and all of their drivers had something today to shout about, but unfortunately each of them involved in this incident. The worst of it, the 10 of Daniel Dye, the 16.
Yeah, it was a hard hit that Ekis took, man.
Josh got a piece of that as well.
You're upset now? Why? Oh. Yeah, Jaden, you didn't know? You didn't know that the red worked? We literally had the 4 fucking hour rain delay at Daytona, and it worked the whole time.
I mean, you know you have to go, but you run the risk once you go of getting right in the middle of it.
And, you know, Daniel Dye, maybe that's a little bit of an aggressive move. He's fully his right to do that, but knowing that his teammate there has some of the newest tires of the top 5, him as well, you know, it might have been smarter just to try to follow the 16 there into the corner into turn 1. But when
Just trolling says we don't see it much, yeah.
Just Rice here, who watches 2 of his cars wreck out of the top 10.
Yeah, team president,
really,
Team Colic, yep.
And really, you know, both those drivers will have to
look at them towing that 16 away.
Had Daniel not made that move and put Christian in that awkward position, not able to turn down to turn 1, they wouldn't have ended up in the middle and ended up getting spun out by Sam Mayer.
Free pass here goes to Corey Day. That's good for driver 17. Taylor Gray leading, 18 laps remain.
18 to go under the red flag.
Caution lights on for a 12th time today. It's been out of control on this first short track race in 2025.
Thanks for calling Consumer Cellular, ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction.
Hi, my friend Linda has you guys and gets way better coverage than I do.
Sounds like Linda has you beat.
Not at bowling.
You're breaking up a little.
Are you really ranked #1 in coverage?
Yep, and plans start at just $20.
Oh, we can afford lessons for Linda. You're embarrassing yourself.
At least my phone works. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage satisfaction. Call or visit Consumer Cellular today.
This is the story of the one who believes being prepared is not just a way of life, it's how he helps everyone stay safe. He sweats the small stuff before it becomes big stuff. For the one, being an unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes is just how he likes it. The industrial-grade products you need delivered fast. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting
Big Machine Racing follows me, so I support Nick Sanchez, and I'm upset he got caught in this. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Never play with poison ivy.
Someone's a flirt.
Hey, man, please.
So don't settle for just any insurance plan. State Farm.
Oh, I get it now. Poison ivy.
Our 12th caution of the day is turned to a red flag. You can see all the leaders parked out in the front straightaway. Major cleanup coming down the backstretch here at Martinsville. Been quite an afternoon for rookies. Myers Zillage starts on the pole, leads 99 laps, wins a pair of stages. But the late part of this race belongs to rookie Taylor Gray. He's out front, he's led 70 laps, and he's in charge of the field right now.
Should we dial him up?
I think we should. That would be
chat
great.
with him. I like this opportunity. This
Eckes is out of the care center.
Hey, Taylor, it's Parker Klingman up in the CW booth. We've been admiring your restarts. They've been absolutely flawless, and you somehow avoided all the chaos in this race. How have you done that so far?
Yeah, Parker, I feel like, Hirsch has done a really good job just kind of walking me through here. Just honestly just biding our time, kind of laying low for a little bit until our strategy played out. We got clean air. So I feel like we had a really fast operator at JR Super. I feel like we're the fastest Xfinity Mobile. Just have to keep executing these restarts here and keep getting away.
For sure. You mentioned executing these restarts. So how do you do that going forward? Is there any games left to play, or do it straight up? How do you keep executing on these restarts?
Well, Parker, I can't tell you that. That's how they're won.
I appreciate it, buddy. I totally understand. Good luck. Great job so far.
So that's Taylor Gray, and another rookie that was in contention late, Christian Eckes, but he was involved in that crash. Done for the day, Kim.
Yeah, I was making the most of his day.
So here's Christian
that crash.
Eckes.
Walk me through what happened.
It looks like the 41 just drove through me, so it is what it is. This has been a year from hell, and that's kind of an understatement. The leaf filter Camaro was actually pretty good today. Had a little bit of speed, which is good compared to the last couple of weeks, and we got taken out by 41, 21, pretty much everybody in the field. So I'm obviously super disappointed. Wish we could have saw that one out. We had a little bit of a tire advantage and got drove through. So yeah.
I feel bad for
You mentioned the 41 twice. That's Sam Mayer. Does this necessitate a conversation?
He's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Whatever. Moving on.
Mayer doesn't change the way he drives.
To the radio from Justin Allgaier. When he restarted outside row 2, and he's having a conversation with the team, and he talks about how to handle these situations, right? I don't want to bulldoze my way through there, but I feel like, and I don't want to place a blanket over every driver in the field, but you know this, when you're in these situations and you get to one of these restarts late, it's like, I gotta go, and sometimes aggression takes over.
And, for Sam Mayer in that position,
so we've been under red flag for 6 minutes now.
The rear bumper and sort of keeping that going through as you saw the 16 getting as sideways as he did. And Sam has been historically an aggressive driver. I've had my run-ins with him over the last couple of years for sure, and we've had to talk it out. And he's a really talented race car driver. He's a very fast race car driver, but he does put himself in positions like that where he seems to just let aggression get the better of him, not release the car in front of him, maybe just let that not happen where the 16 spins out and go and race it out into the next set of corners. So I know Christian said it's not worth speaking to him, but I think it is, because that's just part of the process of racing 33 weeks over a whole season against some of the same competitors. You're gonna have run-ins, and you've got to find a way to potentially make that.
Why do they sometimes move a little bit under the red flag?
There, in terms of what he was
I don't
saying,
understand
it definitely
that.
was slightly aggressive, and I think when Christian looks back at that replay there of what happened, he also
they're just so
in the
antsy.
middle was in a really tough position trying to get off that corner.
We're talking about Sam Mayer. He is 7th right now. Teammate Sheldon Creed is 5th.
How many green laps have we done since like lap 189 or 78? 5 maybe?
Probably, yeah.
That's what it feels like. These short runs are tough.
The answer to the trivia question, each of the last 4 runs have been 4 green flag laps or less. I mean, that's incredible.
We cursed it by saying we were not on pace to hit the average amount of cautions.
If you want to bring calm to any situation,
Keep heating the engine, I think. Yeah, I guess.
He's laid back.
Guess that makes sense.
And as we get ready to, I think, fire the engines here, it sounds like we'll get JT's thoughts here real quick. So what do you do to keep... Sheldon's a pretty calm guy, but with all these restarts, what was your message to him as we get ready
about to
restart?
lift the red flag.
You know, it's going to be crazy. You know, he's a pro. You know, he's been here and done this before, so he knows what to do. Don't really have to pump him up or keep him calm anyway. It's been a tough day. It's been a tough battle for us. Qualifying yesterday didn't go the way we wanted, but Sheldon showed a lot of experience and showed a lot of maturity. You know, here keeping us in a position, and we're in a position, so that's all we can ask for.
I heard him say that he felt like the entry was still a little free, and I know you guys have battled that. Do you feel like that makes you vulnerable in any spot at all, or how do you look at that?
I think, starting on the outside, of course, that wasn't helping us none. We'll see how this choose goes here. Maybe we can get to the bottom, and maybe that'll kind of help some of that. But, yeah, it'll be short run to go. It'll be elbows up now, so we'll see what happens.
Thanks for your time. Sheldon Creed will restart fifth, Kim.
And Jesse Love finally out of the care center. He was involved in the incident before the incident that brought out this red flag. We saw some frustration from you getting out of the car. What happened, and why were you so upset?
I really didn't show that much frustration. I actually feel like I kept my cool pretty good there, but
no, you did.
I thought our car was really good.
He did keep us cool.
We had one stage of the race, so there's the replay.
He did obviously show that he was frustrated,
Bummer to the one car
but
be involved in that
he did keep us cool.
He didn't do nothing wrong all day, and I didn't really feel like I did much wrong all day. I really tried my damnedest all day to not piss people off, and I really felt like I did a good job with that. I had a lot of pick and choose moments and decided to give a lot and keep ourselves in position to the end, and I thought we had a shot to win there. Once we got clear of the 21 and the 16 and whoever else I got clear out there, but I thought in the 19, I think. But yeah, I thought we had a car to win there. It was fast, Xfinity mobile, and it just didn't work out. So I'm definitely frustrated. But I'm more so upset for my team because it's a place that we've struggled at in the past. We put a lot of work into it. So to have that happen to us is obviously a big bummer. But there's still a lot to be proud of today. We came from the back. And even though we didn't get stage points, we were still moving forward each part of the race. We made a bad adjustment one time, and we were able to got that right back out of it right away and put us right back in the hunt. So looking forward to Darlington. Hoping we can go kick some butt there.
It's 2-0 Rangers.
And we can go rebound really good there.
Early into Jesse Love's day.
That's
not
good.
The final box score will show he started in the rear, finished 36th, but he said it. Passed a lot of cars, hopefully gained some knowledge for the playoff race here in October. Under the red flag at Martinsville, 18 remaining, Taylor Gray is the race leader.
So we thought we were about to get back to yellow, but
I
guess not.
Ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction.
Hi, my friend Linda has you guys and gets way better coverage too.
Sounds like Linda has you beat.
Not in bowling.
You're breaking up a little.
Are you really ranked #1 in coverage?
Yep. And plans start at just $20.
Oh, we can afford lessons for Linda. You're embarrassing yourself. At least my phone works. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage satisfaction. Call or visit Consumer Cellular today. You don't have to settle for just one delicious dish at Olive Garden, because for a limited time, buy one, take one is here, starting at just $14.99. So hurry in and enjoy a favorite like our creamy fettuccine Alfredo or our crispy chicken parmigiana today. Then take another home for tomorrow on us. That's twice the go-tos you crave and twice the time with the people you call family. Buy one, take one, starting at $14.99, only at Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
I'm certain it's level 5.
Are you for imprint certain?
I'm certain it's level 5.
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint. Your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
All right.
NASCAR Xfinity Series racing in Martinsville. Red flag has been lifted. Back under caution inside of 20 laps to go. Today, it's the Marine Corps 250. Let's go back down to the
about
Here's Kim.
12-minute red flag or something.
Just been released. He was part of that incident that took out Chris
Christian Eckes as well as some other cars. From your point of view, how would you describe what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what everyone was doing there the past, I don't know, 30 or 40 laps. They were just racing like it. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why we're wrecking on the straightaway at Martinsville. Obviously, I really didn't have anywhere to go. Kind of an off day for my 48. We definitely were not as fast as Xfinity Mobile, but probably we're in position to get a top 10, and yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. And yeah, ready to get some real racing next week.
That's Nick Sanchez.
You just feel the frustration off of all these drivers. And I hate that Kim drew the short straw.
Media
She's got to be
instigating.
working with the care center and interview all of them.
Very unhappy drivers down there.
So let's go back to last year. Last time that Taylor Gray was racing here in Martinsville, Virginia. It was the penultimate race. When you talk about the Truck Series, he had a chance to advance the Championship 4. Moved out of the way by Christian Eckes. Eckes wins, goes to the Championship 4. Taylor Gray is frustrated. You see it here. He has this dramatic walk from the garage all the way out to pit road. Things didn't get physical, a little shove there, but he made sure that Eckes knew exactly how he felt. Those emotions, fast forward to today, and he's in position to maybe get his first career Xfinity win.
Absolutely massive, and it just shows you how, if you got the speed to be in the position that he was in that truck race, to get moved out away for the win, he was able to carry that into the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, that was about a 12-minute red flag.
From the restarts to driving through the field, you look how clean that race car is. Just a few donuts on the right side, that's nothing compared to what we've seen here today and out there, considering he had to drive through the field at one point and did it in a perfect way, and he's been nailing the restarts, Kim.
Yeah, and you're seeing crew chief Jason Radcliffe. I know we mentioned it earlier, the winningest crew chief in NASCAR Xfinity Series history at 57, looking to make it 58 here today. And that Martinsville clock, well, it has still eluded him. I talked with him earlier, and he said, man, a win at Martinsville.
You need to watch the Duke game? Well, that's not going to happen.
If you go win at a place like
Go to bed after this stream.
place, that just ranks
And if I do if I watch anything, it'll be the Red Sox.
And you know, he was on the competition side, competition director last year. But this year comes back to sit on the pit box, be a crew chief, and that's what everyone wants. Kim referenced.
Clock.
I mean, the trophy that means so much to so many, that's what they hand out when you win here in Martinsville, Virginia.
You sleep so early?
Will come.
Well, it's because I'm drunk.
There'll be 12 remaining when we go green. Sammy Smith to the inside again. Allgaier gets up there on the front row.
For sure, that was probably felt like that was better than being on the outside the last couple of restarts before that. And then just the history of this place, I agree with Jason Radcliffe. Winning here is a huge mark for any team, any driver, and the crew chiefs. Everyone understands the history, the importance of this place. Let's listen to 20.
Just boys at the go-kart track. We got all our friends with us. We don't need any of them out there. That's right.
All right, about to get ready to go green.
Talk about all the wins for Jason
12 to
Radcliffe.
go.
McCauley trying to win for the first time as a crew chief in the Xfinity Series. That would be huge for him. He's calling the shots for Brandon Jones. Nascar is
going green.
After sitting under that red, really important to clean up those tires, get your brakes back up to temp, get that race car in the right position for this restart.
The middle reset, and now it's time to go. Front row, Taylor Gray, Justin Allgaier.
Sammy Smith in the back, Taylor Gray a little bit there, but once again off of turn 2, Taylor Gray is gone, and the Junior Motorsports teammates end up side by side.
Taylor Gray gets away, and now he says, you guys keep racing behind me, but I want no more cautions.
He would love to see it keep clean, but we're seeing a ton of smoke there for Ryan Sieg. There might have been a bit of a stack up. Eric Almirola's got a left rear rub in there.
Almirola's 15th, 88 Connor Zilic racing up there near the top 15 as well.
Damn.
Smoke from Sieg, that left rear body work crunched into the left rear tire. That's what's smoking there. So there was definitely some sort of stack up that we see so often here.
Doesn't look like Sheldon's going to be able to win this race.
Everyone stacks up to turn 3.
10 laps to go. We got to think about the dash for cash as well. Allgaier holds that position right now in third. Austin Hill thinking about it. Sheldon Creed a part of that mix. Sam Mayer not too far behind him. An additional $100,000 on the line for the best finisher of that group. Meanwhile, back at the
trouble.
They're crashing. So far, we stay green.
They can't be
Caution.
straight. There's the caution.
And there's the caution. Number 13. We've hit the average. Boy,
I think the 88 has finally had enough damage to severely hurt that race car. As you look, the right front wasn't even turning. Williams Walsh, remember, who was on that alternate strategy, tried to stay up front. They ended up pitting and taking newer tires, a bit of damage through this. Walsh just gets in the back of Connor Zilich, spins him around.
So that was about a minute and 12-second green flag run.
Martinsville. We've seen it all race here, but this is pretty typical of this place in the Xfinity Series, where you're trying to be aggressive and move cars out of the way, because getting stuck behind them for even just a corner or two corners can really slow your progress, momentum, and losing the ability to get to the cars in front of you. That's just a pretty hard shot right with the cars lacking that rear grip.
You know, Connor Zilich wins the first two stages. In fact, when you go to stage 2, Zilich wins it. The top 5 were all rookies. And all 5 of those drivers have been involved in accidents since. Now, the one that wasn't up there at the time, you know, Taylor Gray finds himself leading this race, but been a whole lot going on this afternoon.
Tire ready, Lee. He gets caught up. We'll try to come back in and fix it down lead lap here.
Just pop that right front tire with all that damage and rubbing of the body work on it. And it's really, to your point, he was so good the first half of this race, but once he got put back in the traffic, one thing I think he'll look back at, even though this race has been crazy, was he had a lot of damage quickly on that race car and put them in a really tough spot with all the speed that he had, and then it just compounds from there. And when he looks ahead to being in Martinsville again in the playoffs, I think there's a lot that he can take from this race in terms of obviously his speed, but also how you protect that race car when you're in traffic and trying to come back to the field with all the speed that he had. When it seems like there's not a lot of time to go in stage 3, there's an eternity in stage 3, even when it's just 50 or 60 laps at this place. And I think that when he looks back, there's a lot to learn from this one.
But I look at Zilich and I think about what they said on the radio. Let's try to pit. Let's try to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah.
Usually that can pay big dividends here, but today there's 29 cars on the lead lap, so it's hard to make much of it, Kim.
Yeah, and you guys revisited the Truck Series race in Martinsville, talking about Tanner Gray and missing out on that championship race in Phoenix because of his Martinsville race. Well, let's remember Sammy Smith. He came into this race in the fall 100 points out of the elimination line, needing a win. Ultimately finishes runner-up to Eric Amarola. Very disappointing, just one spot short of making the race for the championship in Phoenix. A lot of disappointment there, but they've harnessed that this weekend. They came, they unloaded very well. Crew Chief Phil Bell said they were very confident about the car they had in practice, their long run. And talk about fire-offs. You've seen the cadence of this race kind of get stuttered with the multiple restarts we've seen, but Philip has encouraged his driver, saying, you're having great launches. Sammy responding that he could be more aggressive, but he doesn't want to be taken out. So that balance on restarts of aggression and a little bit of caution, knowing that they potentially could be in the catbird seat here.
But if you think about it, Junior Motorsports has 3 wins this year with 2 different drivers. I mean, Sammy Smith wins. That would be 4 wins for the organization with 3 different drivers, only 7 races into the year. Those cars have had a ton of speed so far in 2025.
And everyone we speak to in the garage mentions that. When we say, hey, who do you paying attention to today? They immediately go to the Junior Motorsports cars and paying attention to the speed that they had. And then one of those great runs out there through all this chaos. Brennan Poole and Alpha Prime Racing here currently in 7th. That's a huge day for them to be able to be in the top 10.
Well, just go back to last year. He finished 16th in points, and he did it by making the most out of every day. Did it a couple of times right here at Martinsville, in position to do it today. Behind him, Sam Mayer. We expect him to be up there, but if you go behind Sam, in the 27, Jeb Burton didn't qualify yesterday. Electrical issue, starts in the back. At one time was a lap down. Very gutsy move to take a wave around, because sometimes that doesn't end well, but he was able to get the caution he needed to stay in the game all day long. And now we get the cues.
All right, getting the 1 to go.
Take the bottom.
Gotta go green with 2 to go.
We got single file and strung out just a little bit before the caution. Sammy Smith was
Allgaier and Taylor Gray on the front row.
To drive away from everyone, but he was starting to catch. So if he can clear Justin Allgaier quickly, I think he potentially has the pace in that car to stick with Taylor Gray and get to the
Austin Hill, Sammy Smith in row 2, Sam Mayer, Brandon Jones in row 3, and then Jeb Burton and Sheldon Creed in row 4.
Gray going for his first career victory. To his right, Justin Allgaier looking to win for a third consecutive week. Also win that dash for cash. Hill's up there thinking about the money. Got Brandon Jones in the mix. Sammy Smith. So many good stories. Talked about Jeb Burton.
All right, going green.
Taylor Gray said he still had some tricks left for these restarts. He's been through so many.
Better put your cards on the table right here. Taylor Gray leading. Green flag again at Martinsville.
Oh, and Sammy Smith.
Oh, shit.
The 8 drives through. Sammy Smith trying to take the race lead. Taylor Gray not going away in that outside lane. Brandon Jones is there.
Taylor got that gathered up really impressively and was able to continue to get
Coming the white flag. Caution's out.
Matt DiBenedetto had a problem. Caution is out. Will go to overtime.
So we did not reach the white flag before that caution came out.
That was intense.
Going to overtime.
About as aggressive as you could be without
Sammy Smith is the leader.
Taylor Gray there down to turn 1, knew the opportunity ahead of him with just a couple laps to go, and Taylor Gray did a great job of gathering it up somehow and still getting off of turn 2 in a position to continue fighting there for the second position, which if he's given here will give him the option to restart back behind Sammy Smith and maybe return the favor.
That's the other thing. You use the scoring loops here, right? Because we're not on the final lap. And so where was everyone when the caution came out? That'll be big to determine where you are when it comes to putting yourself in line to make the choose.
And Sammy Smith got a great restart right in the back. And I mean, that's aggressive, but we've seen it here many times.
So it was about a 24-second green flag run.
A couple laps to go, you take that opportunity, knowing how fast the 54 has been. It might have been his best chance instead of having to race it out and having to race side by side with Justin Allgaier. Moved him out of the way, and Taylor Gray, as I mentioned, just did a great job getting going there.
Mentioned Matt DiBenedetto, who brought out the caution.
Here we see back with Eric Almirola on the outside. Spins around. And sort of stuck there once again. NASCAR had to throw the caution because the leaders have been there quickly.
Let's go radio Taylor Gray in the 54.
I see it. He had his rear wheels picked up into 1. That's how they race, and that's how they're going to do it because they don't know any different or any better. So regroup. We're going to go back at it here.
And I don't disagree. It was aggressive. But they are given the chance to maybe repay the favor. I think
if you make that
we've seen it so often here. You know, I'm almost desensitized to it in a lot of respects from our position here. Obviously, if I was in Taylor Gray's position, I'd be absolutely livid with the way you're treated there into turn 1. But we see it so often, the way the bumpers line up these cars, it just gives you that opportunity to be that aggressive and move out of the way. He didn't spin him out, but he did move him as hard as you could without spinning him out in this position. And in Sammy Smith's spot, it's a chance to go win a clock, a place he's been close to before. He felt like maybe his best opportunity to make it happen.
Here's what I've always thought. And I know the caution came out, so it changed everything. But if you're going to move someone, you got to move them far enough they can't get out.
Yeah, we have a green light checker.
Now you get the caution. He might line up right behind you for the overtime restart.
Exactly, and I expect that probably be the case, where he'll be able to do the exact same move. Which, if you're in Sammy Smith's position, you can't be too angry with if that's the case.
Hey, Allgaier, got pushed around a little bit there and did a nice job of hanging on to it because, you lose the track position here, your day is done. But he's got so much on the line. Not only is he thinking about the win, obviously the dash for cash, a big element in this thing as well. Sammy Smith, 2 career wins, started his career at Joe Gibbs Racing, won early in his rookie season, 2023 at Phoenix. Moved to Junior Motorsports last year, had to scratch and claw his way into the playoffs on points. Then he gets into the postseason. He's paired with his new crew chief, and that being Philip Bell. They won at Talladega. Kim talked about how close they were to making the championship 4. He was second here in the fall, trying to win again and get back to the playoffs is Sammy Smith, and now we get to choose.
Where does Taylor Gray go? Looks like right to the bottom, right behind Sammy Smith.
And you know what? When Brandon Jones won here in 2022, He just kind of stayed out of everyone's way. A couple of other drivers got physical with one another, and he was in the right position at the right time to take the lead and win it.
And that's absolutely what Brandon Jones could potentially be thinking here. If those two get into it and get each other sort of stopped up,
getting ready to go back green with 2 to go.
To get by both of them in that case. But what we've seen is the bottom that does have the restart dominance so far.
By the stats, best passer today, Taylor Gray. Best defender, Sammy Smith.
Ooh.
Overtime. 2-lap shootout. Caution comes out.
Gonna be a 2-lap shootout, yep.
Again. If the leader gets back to the white flag, next flag ends the race. Front row, Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones. Watch Taylor Gray in row 2. It's overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Taylor Gray's right there on the rear bumper. Starpoli's in the wall.
No caution, we race on. Here comes Taylor Gray to the inside.
Ooh.
Side by side for the lead into turn 3. Coming back to the white flag at Martinsville.
And he did
coming to the white flag.
Sammy Smith did it maybe even a little bit cleaner, moved him up the racetrack.
And Taylor Gray is going to lead at the white flag. 1 lap to go.
Taylor Gray back to the race.
Sammy Smith coming.
The last 6 races at Martinsville.
And Taylor Gray clears him. And it looks like it's going to be Taylor Gray. Oh, but here he comes, Sammy Smith, turns him around, oh my God, and Austin Hill is going to get by to win the race at Martinsville, and a big crash happens at the finish line. Wow, what a finish, what a fucking finish. Oh my God. Jesus Christ!
An incredible finish at the paperclip.
Jesus!
Wow!
Fucking Christ, guys! Oh my God! Yeah, right? 2017 Martinsville.
Just did for a $100,000 bonus as well. That's absolutely massive. I know how much he's worked at this place, how tough it's been for that 21 team at times at Martinsville. It's an absolutely huge victory, but if you look at what went down between Taylor Gray and Sammy Smith, I felt like the first shot was aggressive.
Wow. That was quite the fucking finish.
From 2 or 3 cars back and actually clear out the 54 of his pipe.
That was quite the fucking finish, man.
Last fall, he was frustrated. He went back to his told him what he thought. There will be some similar conversations after this one today.
We might get a fight,
we
yeah.
weren't talking about him. Didn't say much about him all day long. But it's Austin Hill who finds his way to victory lane. Career win number 12 for him. Second victory of the season.
Here's Sheldon getting out.
Sheldon Creed.
Oh, guys getting out.
Creed unofficially was second. Justin Allgaier third. Brennan Toole ends up fourth unofficially and would be a part of the Dash for Cash in 2 weeks at Bristol. And now we let him celebrate. There's Austin Hill.
What's that flag say? 100 Xfinity victories for Richard Jones Racing?
About our Dash for Cash guys up there. Before in the top 5.
There's Taylor Gray. He looks pissed and he's walking.
You see the disappointment for Taylor Gray. I think absolutely that probably warrants some sort of conversation with Sammy Smith at some point.
Let's go to Dylan.
Show the fucking...
And the celebration down here, I think, is filled with as much disbelief as you can imagine. I don't even know where to start asking you how you ended up here. Did you expect at all to be standing here in victory lane at the end of this?
No, not at all. I mean, we restarted 7th there. I chose bottom just because of how rough everybody was on restarts, and I had to do what I had to do there on the last lap. Before I talk too much, though, I do gotta say, I'm extremely sorry to our teammate for getting in that wreck down in 1. Started wheel hopping a little bit, and once I got under control, I hit the 16 and it took out the 2. So I feel really, really bad for wrecking a teammate like that. I'll have to give him a call after the race, but anyways, can't thank everybody on this bit of Chevrolet. We didn't have the fastest car. It wasn't as fast as the Xfinity Mobile, but that restart, it just got wild. I mean, obviously I'm watching it here on the big screen, and they're leaning on each other, and I knew that getting into 3, they were all going to get beaten and banging. I just drove in as deep as I could. They all got to hitting each other, and I hit the 7 a little bit, shoved him up, and then got on the apron a little bit right there. Yeah, there we go, and came on with a win. So RCR's 100 victory in the Xfinity Series. That's so awesome. ECR engines are always so badass, but man, I'm in disbelief that we're in victory lane right now. It is unbelievable. I actually said during the race that I hated this place because of all the beating and banging that was going on, and to top it off, we won the 100 grand. I forgot we even won that. So man, this is awesome. I got a perfect place for the grandfather clock.
100 grand in his pocket and a 100th Xfinity Series win for RCR. Austin Hill, Kim, does it at Martinsville.
And another frustrating Martinsville finish for Taylor Gray. This time in the Xfinity Series, we are making the walk just to the Care Center. Taylor, how do you come to terms with the end of that race and the moves you saw from Sammy
Making the
Smith?
walk to the Care Center or making the walk to a driver to beat their ass?
I can't thank everyone for Joker's Racing enough. I feel like we brought a really fast Operation Terra Supra, as fast as Xfinity Mobile. Just, it's unfortunate, man. It's the same story I've lived here for in 2 years, 2 Martinsvilles in a row. So, it sucks, but it is what it is. Long year.
No, he's making the walk to the Care
Is this
Center.
something that ends here or something that you remember in races to come?
No, I mean, I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah, Sheldon got second once again.
Another short track coming up on the schedule.
And look, like I said, the initial shot from Sammy on the subsequent restart before this to Taylor Gray was aggressive. The repaid favor there on this restart, I felt like was
a huge
completely
crash
inbounds
at the
for Taylor
finish.
Gray to make, and then to come from 2 or 3 car lengths back and just slam and spin a guy out for the win on the final two corners is just too much.
Here it is.
See, here's the restart once again. Sammy Smith gets off going on the restart. It looks like he's got the lead. And then Brandon Jones kind of blocks him. And then Taylor Gray takes the lead. And then Sammy Smith takes the lead back. And it looks like he has it. And then Taylor Gray takes it right there. And then he is close with him. And then down here, he about clears him. Yeah, and then he does clear him. And then coming down into 3 once again, Sammy Smith dives it in, moves him out of the way, and then spins him around, and then gets Allgaier collected, almost gets Sheldon collected, and then Austin Hill gets passed to win the race. What a crazy race. What a crazy finish. Gotta love NASCAR. Gotta love the Xfinity Series.
When my doctor gave me Breztri
and
for
yeah,
my COPD,
I'm going to end this shit right here. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll be live for the Cup race tomorrow at 2:45. I want to thank you all for watching, and peace out.
It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have